Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with my friends Bruce and Rob. Schnitzel Ninja might be joining us later. We have a lot to go over today. But before we get started, somebody sent me this shirt to my P.O. box. And you can't really see it from here is the problem. But here's the design. It's just like Laura's, but they added the little star in the nipples. So I guess it's just different enough. But just thanks to the person who sent that to me because I thought it was funny. Speaking of Laura Owens, fake Laura Owens, thank you for the $2. She says, "Hey Colt, what's up? How's it going, man? Appreciate it." All right, so we got a couple things to go over. Let me get the redacted version up from. I always go to Reddit for that because I never take the time to redact these things. Also, just wanted to say thank you really quick to my friend Steve who went and got David's filing for us from the court. He took the time out of his day to go do that. So let me see if I can pull up
that far. I couldn't drive.
Yeah, man. Sorry. I know you totally would though. Hang on.
Just a little detour.
Yeah, let me pull up Steve real quick.
That is the biggest water I've ever seen in my life.
Wait, let me see.
Rob.
I missed it. Show me.
Yeah, it didn't have a mug. Oh.
Show me the water.
Your water.
Oh, whatever, man.
It's bigger than my head. It's about the same size.
You got
so big.
Anyways, here's my friend Steve who went and got that for us. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Yeah. You might know him. He was on Dave's channel once.
He was?
Yeah. It's been a while, but yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Cool guy. All right. So,
cool guy, yeah.
Where did you guys go? There we go. So we'll go over David's stuff first, and then we'll go over Omar's filing. But I wanted to ask Rob really quick what happened at the hearing today. I know it was very short, so if you want to just explain, give everybody a kind of like a recap or whatever.
Yeah,
because I obviously didn't see that. I don't think anybody saw it. It wasn't streamed or anything like that. So.
Yeah, Schnitzel already put in the request for the cam, the video from the courthouse. So we'll see that coming soon. I got there and doors were closed. It was earlier, so I wasn't sure if I could go in. I followed another lady in, sat on the left side like they required. And it was supposed to start at 9:10, and he took one case earlier than that, elderly gentleman. I'm not sure what the issue was, but he just seemed off. So I think he just wanted to get in and out of there. And then about the next case started about 9:15. So I think they were waiting on a variety of lawyers for different clients or the clients themselves. We did have inmates. We did have people off the street, if you will, you know what I mean, that were represented by several lawyers. The prosecutor was different from the August 11th case. This is about a mid-30s gentleman, and he handled all the cases for the docket up until I took off. So when her calling came, or her case was called up, she did video stream with audio, so I got to see her. And the best way I can describe it, do you remember Morticia?
Yeah.
Okay. Picture just a little bit browner hair, which I was surprised because usually her hair is dark, but very like oval shaped. Like that, you know what I mean? And just draped around thin hair. So I don't know if that was her way of showing she was really thin or thinner or what, but she looked like she was very comfortable in whatever surrounding she was in. And then, yeah, I know she's living the good life, I guess. But the judge asked her for her name and date of birth, which is pretty standard in all cases, right? So make sure it's her. And then they talked about the complex case management case report, which was due for this hearing. And both the prosecution and defense said, yep, we submitted it. And the judge asked, were there any questions, issues, comments, anything going on? And they said, no, not at this time. And then at the end, he reiterated to Laura about the future events, where he now added a November 18th CCMC. Okay. Because when it's complex, you get 270 days from the date of arraignment, as well as it's more oversight than like a regular case. So he added the November 18th date, which is, again, an opportunity to say, hey, we have discovery issues, we have expert outstanding, witnesses outstanding, and then we need resolution. And then I waited for the next case to go through, and this gentleman was an inmate, I believe, or not. But either way, I waited for another person, and then I walked out. And then the lawyer followed me out for that second person and asked me, "Were you here for so-and-so?" And I was like, lucky I didn't step right out after Laura, right? Because it could imply I'm right there for her. And I think I was the only one in the sitting area, except for when someone came in for the case and they maybe sat in the back and that was it. But the whole room was the whole seating area was all empty, except for one lady who left before Laura was called. So I don't think she was part of that. And then after I walked out, I got to the car, got out of the parking structure, drove all the way home. And I thought to myself, let me just check the docket. And as you know, they did release the report for the complex case, which was submitted yesterday, available today. So I ran to the Northeast Courthouse where we did the case in June, right, Bruce? So I ran there, got a copy of it, and I sent it to Lauren. And I did provide it to Schnitzel too, because she's my go-to with information. And it was different. You remember, Bruce, when we went over the other documents with all the check boxes and all that? This is just
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it wasn't as clear, this report. It didn't have a format that I could tell. So kind of put together by both parties, I guess, but a lot of outstanding issues. I don't know, Lauren, if you want to pull it up, if you have it.
Yeah, I know you sent it to me. Hang on, in text.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, Rob, when you left the first courthouse and a lawyer talked to you, was it the prosecutor or was it the defense attorney for the person after Laura?
Yeah, it was, I believe it was the defense attorney for that client person.
The guy after Laura.
Yeah, the guy after Laura, correct.
Okay.
That's what we're looking at?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is the layout that the report form is, but it wasn't exactly the same or similar. There were a lot of check boxes. You remember, Bruce, and I have a copy, but I don't want to with you again. But you see how they have it broken out where there's still a lot to do. You know, witnesses who have been interviewed since the last court proceeding, none. That's August, September, a whole month, nobody. Witnesses who will be interviewed before the next court proceeding, interviews will be set upon request by defense counsel. If she's on vacation all the time, I don't know when they're going to get to it, to be honest. That's just my opinion. This is something I mentioned earlier on my stream. It was stated the judge said, okay, so there's no plea agreement standing, you know, as he was talking through the documents. So now I see here status and plans for settlement discussion, plea offer forthcoming, which could be true, might change, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is, because I know what I want a plea agreement to look like.
Yeah,
right?
Give us your horses and you don't have to do jail time.
Yeah, or you will do jail time and you publicly have to state what you've done wrong, right? And admitted to lying. So, and with 7 indictments, I don't know. They might drop a couple, right? But perjury on the stand has got to be something not acceptable by the court standard. And then I don't know what else stands out to you. Does she have any more? Is that the
Lauren wants her charged with additional felonies.
Felonies. I get it. Hey, mods, can one of you link to Rob's channel in the chat, please? Thanks. So yeah, I guess, like you said, it was only 3 minutes long, so I guess you kind of didn't really see too much, but I appreciate you going and obviously in sharing that with everybody and sending me this too as well. So
yeah, you're welcome.
My brain is like fried today, but I'm working on it. All right, so let's move on to this this like highly anticipated thing from David. Everybody who's watching this probably knows who David is. He was the attorney for Laura in the family law case where she had faked the twin pregnancy with Clayton. Omar, my friend that's a lawyer, is now representing Mike, one of her previous victims of the fake pregnancies and even fake cancer and stuff like that in the California courts. David and Omar have some beef because David is a jackass with the mental horsepower of a drunk hamster. So he and Omar have clashed a little bit, and he filed a motion to disqualify David. We'll have like a whole background thing on that for later if you don't know the story, but he David then responded in kind with like some crazy ass motion to intervene, strike, for sanctions, for disciplinary referral to the state bar. And we don't have the motions. All we have is this declaration in support, which is in and of itself just like insane enough. So we'll look over this real quick. I when I first read over it, it was like filled with thinly veiled rage. But you know, I'm gonna try to not spend too much time on it because we have another document to go through as well tonight. So we'll see. I'll try not to spend the entire time just like swearing and freaking out. So
I feel like I want to make a video
that.
going through this entire thing. You know,
Yeah, dude.
just
piece
by piece.
I'll try not to. I'll try not to be too long-winded tonight, but because we have to get through that other thing too.
Now, just to refresh my memory, Lauren, this Gingras guy, he's the guy who doesn't have a boat anymore. Is that right?
I want to buy that guy's boat. I don't have any money, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he said something about not having a boat anymore. It was a very sad boy summer, from what I recall. Because that's just a terrible tragedy, isn't it? Yeah.
I got a kayak he can borrow if he's in dire straits.
Dude, so do I, actually. I never use it. It's just sitting out there because my sister left it here when she moved out.
Well, he always has his overseas travel, don't forget. So, does he really need a boat?
Yes, but a different kind of boat.
Gotcha.
I mean, he could take the kayak. I would actually encourage him to do that. Okay, let's see. My name is David S. Gingras. I'm a United States citizen, blah, blah, blah. No one cares. Okay. I'm an attorney licensed to practice law in California and Arizona. We don't care where you graduated from, but okay, cool. I'm an active member in good standing with the state bars of Arizona.
Good standing, right? That's
right, that was the first problem we have here.
What kind of standing are you in if you have 11 bar complaints?
And you also called the bar guy demented in a public forum recently and threatened to sue him.
And the DUI hearing in a few days.
Is there a special classification of standing for that? I mean,
yeah, right?
There should be.
By the way, fake Laura Owens, thank you for the $5. She said to Rob, elderly gentleman who was off, she says Jingy had his DUI hearing at the same time. Oh my gosh. That's so silly.
How does that affect his standing?
What?
The DUI charge.
No, he was talking about the hearing just being she was just being funny.
No, I know, but it's a good point because
oh yeah.
I wonder how that affects his standing.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, well, I'll wait for DUI number 3 before we make that determination, and it will happen.
Oh
so.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be on the way to court.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll be on a no-fly list by then, so you're probably right. He's going to have to drive to court in California. Let's see.
He can kayak there.
Yo, okay. I'd love to see someone try that. I previously represented a woman named Laura Owens in a case filed in the Maricopa County Superior Court here in Phoenix. So the thing with I previously represented a woman named Laura Owens, I feel like that's understanding it quite a bit. They're either like best friends or she's his like fuck buddy. I'm sorry, but that's kind of my opinion of it. There's no way those two are not doing something inappropriate. So I feel like we're understating a lot here, but that, like I said, is just my opinion.
Family court.
Let's just say she wouldn't kick him out of her bed.
What?
That's so hard to hear because I know it's true. Okay.
No.
But
Fake Laura Owens says, no. Oh, wow, I got called a woman again in a legal document. Thanks, Daddy. I mean, David. Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, thank you for your patronage.
That's 2 references, yeah.
All right. I was initially hired by Miss Owens on March 25th. Shortly after being retained, I learned the case gained a large amount of attention on social media. So people were saying earlier, she sent out kind of a pitch to a bunch of attorneys, to the best of my recollection, where she mentioned what was going on and that it involved Clayton.
Yeah.
So, and I don't have that email to read right now, but she advertised this in a certain way before he latched on.
That's right.
So this is disingenuous at best.
Well... Oh, because you're saying he said shortly after being retained.
Right.
Yeah. So he must have understood at least a little bit of the notoriety before being retained.
That's
but he never read any of the previous stuff. Remember in the court in June? Remember, he was
Yeah,
at
that's a bunch of fucking bullshit. I've never bought that. I don't buy it now. I think that he knows exactly what he's doing and he dances around stuff and withdrawals at just the right time or says, "Oh, that's before my time" at just the right time to where he knows he'll get in trouble if he admits that he's read it. But
Right.
I absolutely do not believe, with all the time this man spends sitting at his desk and raging out at people over this case and like posting Mike's deposition on Twitter and all that shit, you cannot convince me that that man has no idea what went on before his time.
Yeah.
He's full of shit.
Didn't he post Clayton's deposition or a portion of it? Was that him?
Videos of it, yeah.
Video clips, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Which is hilarious in context later when we scroll down a little bit more when we get to the bottom. That's going to be all right. Anyways, he's just talking about Clayton being on The Bachelor. That's why it got attention. The case also seemed to attract a large amount of attention due to the unusual allegations it involved. Let's elaborate on that. Specifically, Mr. Eckert accused Miss Owens of faking a pregnancy and then using that as leverage to force him into an unwanted romantic relationship.
That's actually backwards.
Yeah.
Because Miss Owens went to the Sun and then started arguing with people on Reddit while Clayton wasn't saying anything about this case. Okay.
Yeah, no. She went to Reddit. She went to all the tabloids. We've seen everything.
So she is the one who alleged that she was pregnant. She claimed she was pregnant. She claimed she was pregnant with Clayton's twins.
Right.
So she is the one making claims. Clayton merely responded to those claims.
Right.
Appropriately.
Yeah.
And not on the internet or in the tabloids.
He didn't just, I don't know, accuse her of faking the pregnancy. The judge in the case ruled for, no pregnancy and non-paternity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that he just had a wild idea. It was all verified by a family court.
Yeah,
so this is all backwards. This is called shifting the burden of proof.
None of that matters.
He really wants to. He wants to move the burden of proof of the claims onto Clayton and ignore any claims that Laura made originally.
Well, none of that's really important when you consider that David is just a human spam email. So, I mean,
Well, what can we do?
All right. My work on Owens Eckert was primarily limited to presenting legal arguments regarding certain certain rules. There was one in particular. Arizona Rules of Family Law Procedure. However, in addition to that work, I also assisted Laura pro bono with responding to inquiries about the case from lawyers, journalists, and others. That is a very nice way to put it, because you aggressively pursued and insulted people with your weird PR tactics. So,
it's free PR and you get what you pay for.
I guess. I mean, the guy tweeted his phone number at me at least once with my picture, and he was like, "Oh my God, look at this," whatever. And then, of course, he was like, "Call me." I'm not fucking call you.
He was
Are you
rude
nuts?
to you. He was rude to Dave Neal. He was rude to Megan Fox. He was rude to Rachel Juarez. He was rude to everybody, pretty much.
Yeah, everybody on X and everything, right? Anybody had a negative response to him, boom, he just blew up at him.
I just feel like with Omar, especially looking at this case now, it's just Omar and I guess like adjacently Rachel a little bit, but I feel like Omar's been kind of in the dirt with this guy to where he's like, I'll fight back myself, and he's had enough to say to stand up for himself. But Rachel's like a classy lady, and she doesn't do the YouTube very much, so it bothers me a lot when he kind of drags her through the mud or drags her into this at all. Where I'm just kind of like, can you just fuck off? And I don't know if that's because.
No,
I don't know. It's like she's just as smart and capable of defending herself as anyone else. I just know she doesn't give a shit about what he says nearly as much as I do. So I was like, when he says something about her, it bothers the fuck out of me. And I know she's just sitting there like, yeah, I don't care about that. So I don't know. It pisses me off. So yeah, he's still having a relationship with the bar. What? A relationship with the bar guy? Where did you get that from? Because that's insane.
An email relationship.
Oh yeah, they're buddies.
Well, more the bar guy referring him to the committee on what is
The
it?
Bar Association.
The misbehavior committee or whatever.
The misbehavior committee.
What's it called?
I don't know, but that's fantastic.
Ethical committee.
I don't
Ethics.
remember.
You're the person I would usually ask about these things, so I have nothing. We're going with misbehavior committee. All right.
Effectively.
Effectively, yeah. All right.
Figuratively.
Okay, so this is funny here. One person who inquired about the Owens v. Eckerd case is a lawyer named Omar Serrato. Okay, that's an interesting way to put it because he didn't know jack shit about these people until Laura emailed him before he ever said anything.
Yeah.
I did not previously know Mr. Serrato, and I first became aware of him on May 23rd when Laura forwarded an email Mr. Serrato sent asking questions about the case. I noticed, again, we have omitted the initial contact.
Exactly. Yep.
After reviewing Mr. Serrato's questions on May 24th, I sent him a lengthy, yes, sir, it was lengthy, that's a way to put it, email response. I believe my email to Mr. Serrato, which was sent with Laura's permission, was friendly, professional, and otherwise routine. I've seen that email enough.
In his freaking world, right?
I guess it was professional for him. I don't know what his profession is, to be honest. He doesn't seem to be a lawyer, so I'm not really positive. Yeah. I simply answered Mr. Serrato's questions and asked him to let me know if he needed more information. I don't really know if that's a simple answer there. I think that's leaving out quite a lot, but we're not going to dwell too much on that. I'll have time for that later. I later learned that in addition to his law practice, Mr. Serrato has a YouTube channel called The Tilted Lawyer, where he publishes videos commenting on various subjects. While I was not aware of this at the time, yes, you were, because she reached out to him because he was a YouTuber, and then she forwarded his email after she reached out to him because he was going to cover it on YouTube. You forwarded it to David. So that's a lie. You knew that he was on YouTube. You knew that. That's an easily verifiable lie. While I was not aware of this at the time, apparently Mr. Serrato had published a series of videos harshly attacking and criticizing Laura. Okay.
It's very unspecific language.
He started with giving her a fair shake, right? He started with giving her a fair shake. Remember that? Yeah. Omar was like, look, I don't know anything. I'm just going to ask questions based on the email you sent me.
I was deeply annoyed with how fair he was being. I was like, just stop it, man.
You know, I don't know what harshly attacking means, but criticizing, there's nothing wrong with criticism. So for example, even if the very first email Laura sent to Omar, if Omar's criticism was, I didn't buy it, I felt like it was a shakedown, I felt like it was disingenuous, those criticisms are valid. There's nothing wrong with them. The inflammatory language here is harshly attacking, which includes an adverb, by the way. And you know how I feel about those. You know, so he's really just trying to play up some inflammatory language here without really explaining it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the series of videos harshly attacking and criticizing Laura is an interesting choice. Shortly after I sent the email to Mr. Serrato on May 24th, and the sequence here, the timeline is not quite right because it makes it sound like he published those videos where he was critiquing her before this exchange happened, and that's not true.
No.
It's not an outright lie, but it's kind of misleading in my opinion, but all right. Shortly after I sent the email to Mr. Serrato on May 24th, I was surprised to see a video he posted discussing my email to him. Well,
why?
I don't fucking know.
I don't think you read it verbatim.
If you have a channel where you comment on various subjects like court cases and a lawyer sends you an email, why the hell wouldn't you make a video about? I would instantly make a video about that.
Right.
I mean,
as do a lot of people when this kind of weird interaction happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's like, his disbelief, right? This is like an incredulity argument. He's like, why would Omar do this? Give me a break.
Let's see. Mr. Serrato's video was surprising because it was extremely negative and it contained statements which I believe to be both false and defamatory. Again, makes it sound like this was the immediate reaction, like there was no kind of contact back and forth before then. David wouldn't answer a lot of the questions, and we have, in fact, seen the contents of the email, which he's complaining about here. Among other things, Mr. Serrato told his viewers about my email to him without actually showing the contents of the message. Bitch, I have it. So that's not true. Mr. Serrato insulted me.
Well, he showed it later, I think.
He might have, man, honestly, but it doesn't matter. None of
'Cause
that fucking
I
matters.
think he made a video where he talked about the email. Then later he made 2 different videos where I think he showed the email twice.
If he had
Two
shown it
different
right
videos.
away, David would just be complaining like he right away
Yeah.
he showed everybody what I
Who
you know what I
cares?
mean? So it doesn't fucking matter. David's brain, when I'm reading this, I'm thinking David's brain is like softer than shit left in the sun. This is terrible.
Yeah, he's sort of like it's sort of like you either need to take the pendulum over here and just cut to the chase and explain what you want to say, or he's kind of making a timeline. And you need to take the pendulum the other way and actually put like dates and links and everything and be real methodical about how you lay out a timeline. And he hasn't done that here. So it's very disappointing to me because he's not just sort of summarizing it, but on the other hand, he's not being very disciplined about it either. He's sort of halfway in between, which is not good either way.
Tailoring it, right? He's tailoring the story.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, the
His
way I
favor.
see it, like
That's
he
a
could
good way
do
to
what you
put
guys
it.
are saying. He could have done that, right? But instead, he farted into his hands, and then he decided
Okay.
to type the farts on the internet and then submit it to a court. So he kind of makes SpongeBob look like a fucking Mensa candidate, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. So
SpongeBob.
That's a good one, though.
SpongeBob too.
Don't shame SpongeBob like that.
SpongeBob's a
low
fucking
bar.
dumbass. And
He's
so-
awesome, but not to correlate with David. That's all.
Oh no.
All right. Jesus Christ. What was defamatory, by the way? What was defamatory about that?
Where does he say? Oh,
False and defamatory. What was defamatory? He hurt your fifis because he said stuff you didn't like.
well, he
What's
doesn't say it.
defamatory about that?
He doesn't say it is false and defamatory. He says he believed it to be, which is past tense. That's interesting.
Yeah, and that's
Like-
what lawyers do. They wordsmith.
Does that imply? Does that imply he doesn't think it's false and defamatory now? Like, it's very weird language. It's past tense.
Also, I feel like his brain is just a black hole where things go to die, and then occasionally a piece or two will spit out, and that's what we're seeing on this page right here.
The disciplinary committee. That's what it's called. What did I call it?
Where the you got what was it, like bad behavior committee or something, or what was it, misbehavior committee?
With
Yeah.
the misbehavior committee.
Personally, I liked it better the first time. So
That was like 10 minutes ago. Pretty good, Bruce. You
yeah,
referenced
why is that coming up now?
I'm reading chat. Chat is on it.
Oh my god.
Chat helps me.
No, I understand.
Good chat.
That's
Good
great.
chat.
All right. Mr. Serrato insulted me and described my email as extremely unprofessional. There was nothing professional about your email. Although this may be an expression of Mr. Serrato's opinion when viewed in context, I believe Mr. Serrato's video overall presented an intentionally false and misleading discussion of both the issues and of my interactions with him. And yet you continued to try to start a bromance with Omar.
Mhm.
This is
After
what,
this.
yeah, this is what Gingras always does. He says, I believed it was an intentionally false. So he's basically saying, like, I think Omar lied. I think Dave Neal lied. I think whoever, Reality Steve lied. He never proves that the person he's talking about knew the correct answer and made a conscious choice to deceive people by saying the incorrect answer. He never puts the evidence in place, the pieces in place to prove a lie versus what he says right here, an opinion, a miscommunication, speculation,
Yeah.
bullshitting, whatever alternative there is to a literal lie. He never puts the pieces together to disambiguate it properly.
Well, that's why his
Ever.
legal writing is about as useful as a screen door on a fucking submarine.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? What is this
True.
going to accomplish?
Well, this is
Jesus.
written over 3 beers and a scotch, don't forget.
Only
Have a
3 in a
full
scotch.
Oh no.
Jesus. Oh, that sounds like half of a Tuesday, maybe. Okay, let's see. Although this may be an
Thursday.
expression of his opinion, reviewed in context, blah, blah, blah. Over the last 20 years, I have handled hundreds of... You're so fucking special, man. I have handled hundreds of cases in state and federal courts across the country, including many high-profile cases involving major celebrities. Again, like, this guy cannot help but include some of his narcissistic, irrelevant bullshit in these things. As part of that practice, I have dealt with significant media attention...
Oh, boy.
and inquiries from members of the public, including both journalists and other lawyers like Mr. Serrato.
Well, isn't he special?
So special. Based on my experience, I know some journalists and commentators act in good faith, trying to present fair and neutral stories for their readers, as long as they agree with you. I also know that some journalists and commentators do not act in good faith. Instead, these people generally are not interested in the truth. They are only interested in crafting a self-serving narrative that they believe will be most attractive to whatever audience they're focused on. Or maybe those people are exercising their right to freedom of speech based on their opinions.
Well, hold on. What is his test for differentiating between somebody who merely has an opinion and someone who is being disingenuous in order to craft a self-serving narrative to attract an audience? What's his test? Is it just his opinion?
No, like, it's based.
How do I take any given random commentator anywhere on a court case and determine if they're giving me a legitimate opinion or if they are crafting a self-serving narrative? How do I tell?
It's strictly and scientifically based, Bruce, on his fifis.
Is it just his feelings? Because feelings are not a valid pathway to the truth. Mr.
Shouldn't be a lawyer, I'll tell you that.
Oh boy. I mean, I shouldn't.
Plus, if you're defending your client, you're going to change the narrative in support of the client, right?
I mean,
defend. You're going to have a theory of your case, and you're going to present, facts and testimony that are part of your theory of the case on your client's behalf.
You can defend your client.
You're not going to craft a self. I mean, I don't know. Are you crafting a self-serving narrative? As long as it's the truth. I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't. You can defend your client without making it clear that your brain is as smooth as a porn star's asshole. Like, this is ridiculous.
Wait, what?
I think you know what I meant.
Porn star's asshole.
What happened to it? Why is it smooth?
Oh, smooth. Oh, Bruce.
Is there lotion?
Oh my God. Rob, help.
Yes, Bruce. There would be lotion.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm trying to help out.
Oh my God. Okay. Based on my interactions with Mr. Serrato and my review of several of his videos, I miss Omar. I'm sorry. I quickly concluded he was not acting in good faith, and there was no reason to continue engaging with him regarding Laura's case. Instead, my impression was that Mr. Serrato was not a serious... Stop saying people aren't serious! Was not a serious individual, and that he had no regard for truth or honesty.
Just like he is, we're dressing up as Santa Claus.
Not a serious? I mean, what tells someone if you're serious or not? Like, it doesn't make sense. He doesn't give any examples. He doesn't give any detail. He's making claims, but he's not supporting the claims.
And they're not really claims because he believes. Right, the way he's wording things, right, Bruce? You pointed that out earlier.
Yeah,
I believe he's ingenuine, right?
Yeah.
So he's not.
Really he could say, "I believe Bigfoot stole my lunch money. I believe the Earth is flat. I believe the lizard people.
I believe it's snowing in Arizona and it's cold here."
Yeah,
it's your freaking belief. What do you want to say? I can't deter it. There's no reason.
Wish that it would snow there sometimes.
To be honest, yeah, it was 107 today. Still.
Oh my gosh.
I know. He lives in the world. That's the problem. And I think she helped write this for him. It just sounds like something she would do. Oh, I know how to craft it. Don't worry.
Yeah, Brittany is correct. Omar's on his naughty list. So Gingras already took care of all this problem of Omar being a troublemaker. He put him on the naughty list. It's all taken care of.
Yeah.
I'm not even listening. I'm sorry.
You be jocularity. No worries.
Oh God.
We're learning a lot, Lauren. We're learning a lot.
I don't think we're learning that much. I feel like David has about the cognitive range of a head of cabbage. So I'm learning nothing here. But, you know,
You can learn a
it's
lot
kind of
from
funny,
cabbage.
I guess.
Are you going to read 18? Because I love
you can't make a Reuben sandwich without some cabbage.
Rob, why don't you take 18 and 19 while I freak out?
Yeah. In fact, Arizona's ethical rule on that issue, ER 3.7, expressly forbids lawyers from acting in a dual witness advocate role, period, without exception, whereas California's version of
Speaking
rule
of periods, David wrote this when he was
having a period at the time he typed that. Period. Whereas California's version
you didn't have to finish the okay. You know what?
Lenient. That's all I wanted was that word period capitalized.
It's very hardcore.
Well, he had to put it in there. You want me to keep going or no?
I've always moved to withdraw from a case where it appeared I may be a necessary witness. Okay.
Yeah, I want you to keep going.
California expressly permits lawyers to occupy the dual role as long as the client gives informed consent. For that reason, in prior cases, when I have acted as counsel for a party, I've always moved to withdraw from any case where it appeared I may be a necessary witness. Here is just one such example from a case called Eccentric Ventures LLC versus Medialux Ltd. In that case, I was initially
That's a lot of X's.
Yeah, that was kind of a mouthful, right, Laura?
Are there porn stars in that case? What'd you say, porn star buttholes?
Smooth as a porn star's asshole, Bruce.
Is
you want me to
what-
repeat it?
Is that what Eccentric Ventures does?
If you're getting paid for them, probably.
Yeah,
Neat.
and you're not a necessary witness. In that case, I was initial counsel of record for the plaintiff. However, it eventually became necessary for me to testify as a witness at trial. For that reason, I moved to withdraw from the case. The court granted the request and held my actions were entirely proper under the ethical rules. Well, fuck yeah. If you're going to possibly be called a stupid ass witness, you better pull yourself out of it. Just like the Turtle Boy shit. The prosecutor, another one, is dumping. So now that case is in limbo. What the hell's going on there? This poor guy.
Yeah. Interesting comparison. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, Jesus. Of course you're going to reject. What was he not going to tell him? He might be a witness and keep going. How fucking stupid is that?
Well, I don't know, man, because David is just like proof that brain cells unionize and riot and quit. So maybe he wasn't. I don't know.
I hear you. And his brains kind of go out with the diarrhea flow. I'll tell you. He does not make sense half the time. Does not make sense half the time.
Sees the means of motion production.
All Omar has to do is print screen all his tweets and add it to his quote unquote declaration, right?
Oh, boy.
Let the guy defend that. Don't make me read the small print. I bet you do.
Read that. Hang on. Let me pull this down real quick.
Is he going to talk about this porn case or something? Or
are we still talking about porn, guys?
I want to know what that case is about.
Well, once the divorce goes through, he's going to be dating again, obviously. And the best bet he's going to get is somebody he can pay for.
Hey, Rob, can I trust you to read this page while I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you sure can.
Bruce is like, oh no. I don't know why you're sighing, Bruce, because you'll have less distractions while I'm gone.
I know how Lauren works. She's not really going to the bathroom.
No, I am going to the bathroom, dude. I'm not going to do it in front of you. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Did you show your t-shirt? Okay, just check it. So, 20. I am aware of California's version. Oh, there it is.
Boy.
Ooh, baby.
Some
Cool.
big shoes.
Yeah. I'm aware California's version of professional conduct, Rule 3.7, is far less restrictive than the Arizona equivalent. Specifically, in California, a lawyer may ethically represent a client in a matter where the lawyer is also a necessary witness. The only requirement is the client must give informed written consent. Any good lawyer would pull themselves out of that situation, whether they got, not be part of the case. In this case, Ms. Owens told me she was willing to provide informed written consent to allow me to represent her while also acting as her counsel. However, under the circumstances, I felt the best option was to allow Ms. Owens to file the renewal request on her own, with my support limited to the role of witness. Or they dumped your ass. The situation changed after Mr. Maricini retained Mr. Serrato as his counsel. Well, yeah, because he's going to be defended this time, and you have to go up against him. Prior to this, Ms. Owens did not know whether Mr. Maricini intended to challenge the DVRO renewal. How fucking stupid is that? Permanent? He's not going to defend a permanent renewal the rest of his life. What an idiot she is. And thus she did not know whether she was comfortable proceeding pro se or whether she felt the need for help from counsel. Yeah, hire somebody and pay for it, bitch. After Laura learned that Mr. Maricini has retained Mr. Serrato, she asked me to represent her on a limited basis for the purpose of appearing at the Zoom hearing. It's called virtual importance, unless she owns stock in Zoom. It's not a standard title, Bruce. Zoom is just the name of the company that provides.
Yeah, that's the video conferencing software.
Yeah. Everybody references a Zoom. You know, it pisses me off.
This is very colloquial, casual language, right?
Only within the last 4 years, right? Because of COVID.
Yeah,
appearing at the Zoom hearing held in this case on August 15, 2025, because that hearing was non-substantial and did not involve any witness testimony, I agreed to appear remotely on Laura's behalf at that time. Several days later, on August 18th, 2025, lucky she told him what to do, because he can't figure it out for himself, right? Several days later, on August 18th, 2025, I had a lengthy phone conversation with Mr. Serrato. Really? According to my phone records, the call lasted 66 minutes. Also present on the call was a lawyer named Rachel Juarez, who has not appeared in this matter, but who I understand is also representing Mr. Maricini in some unknown capacity. Yeah,
that's breaking news. That's breaking news, kids.
Well, if it's true or not, who knows, right?
Yeah.
This is David's perception. And I hope she is involved, because he'll really have a double-barreled shotgun at him, right? During this discussion, Mr. Serrato and Ms. Juarez told me they believed I should not continue to represent Ms. Owens for various reasons. Among other things, they argued I had a present conflict of interest with Ms. Owens because last year, Mr. Maricini filed a complaint against me with the State Bar of Arizona.
But he's in good standing with the bar.
And who hasn't filed one against the guy? Jesus. In some unknown capacity.
Well, I haven't yet, to be clear.
Oh, okay.
I did. And then they asked me for evidence. And I was like, I was right in the middle of that issue where Blake had tried to subpoena my stuff.
Yeah.
And so I had to pick one or the other. I could get them the evidence by the deadline, or I could respond to Blake's subpoena by the deadline. So I decided to let that go.
You should have hired an intern.
I've got money set aside. I've got money set aside that the disbarment's inevitable. So you don't have to worry about him soon, okay? Don't worry about it, Laura. Laura,
somebody
you did the
says,
right thing
wait for Lauren. If David's going to talk about Rachel, don't wait for that. Run in the other direction. If you want to finish that paragraph, Rob, we'll take over after that.
Yeah, no worries. Among other things, they argued I had a present conflict of interest with Ms. Owens because last year, Mr. Maricini filed a complaint against me with the State Bar of Arizona, which related to the same events at issue in this case. Mr. Serrato expressed his belief that because Mr. Maricini accused me of misconduct in Arizona, that somehow created a conflict with Ms. Owens in this case, which made it impossible for me to represent her. Just step back. If I were even not being a lawyer, I would fucking run away the other direction, right? It's the
thing, Rob. This is the kind of guy. This is the kind of guy who wants to know what all the rules are, so he can figure out where the line is, so he can walk right up to the line, and then tell you about how he's not crossing the line while standing. And I like how that's what this guy is like. 66
minutes. I bet it lasted 66.43 minutes, but he just rounded up, of course. Stupid ass.
Well, the thing is, if it was a 66-minute call, he probably talked for 58 minutes of it.
Right, yeah. That's giving his resume. But I was on Dr. Phil, and I've represented many highfalutin clients before.
Yeah.
And
highfalutin, I haven't heard that in a while.
All Omar Serrato could do was, what? What?
Colin Farrell sex tapes. All that.
I want the
jazz.
recording.
God. I just took the most disgusting medicine, and I'm just like, ugh.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, Bruce. I did go to the bathroom. I promise. I know you were worried
Chet
about
heard
that.
you flush, I think.
No, I didn't bring the computer downstairs with me, Bruce. I doubt that.
I don't know.
But next time I'll take a
you were
recording for
talking.
you. No,
I'm considering-
I've been back at my desk for a couple of minutes, but I had to take my fucking Robitussin, so it was disgusting.
Maybe that was the flush.
Cherry flavor.
It's not. It doesn't taste like cherry. It tastes
No.
like
Medicine. Exactly.
yeah, but like not like medicine because like medicine doesn't actually taste like you take like Motrin, liquid Motrin, or
Yeah.
like, and all I can take is liquid meds right now for reasons I don't want to talk about. But
Yeah.
all I can take is liquid meds right now. So you take like Motrin or Pepto-Bismol or something, it doesn't taste like that. But Robitussin is like,
I
most
like
disgusting
NyQuil
thing I've ever
Dayquil
tasted.
when I got a cold. NyQuil Dayquil is pretty good.
That stuff's not bad, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Anyways.
finished here.
So I missed some of this discussion. So he says that he, after Laura learned Mike retained Omar, she asked him to represent her on the Zoom hearing. I have a feeling that is not entirely true. I can't.
Well, when you're laying next to him, rubbing his belly,
Oh my
you say,
God!
"Could you
Oh!
represent me, please?"
With the
Twiddling your
lotion?
fingers off the chest hair, right? Twiddling your fingers to chest hair just to get him going, and just say, "Could you please? I can't pay you because I'm indigent. Fuck me, but you can come visit the horse farm on my $1.5 million property my parents own, and they're in bankruptcy. The fuck? How do these people get? It's mind-boggling to me. And I saw the posting today with the coming up dates of events. Oh my God. Everything's happened like in the next 2 weeks.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh yeah. I snagged it. I print screened it, and it's the 30th is DG's hearing, unless he whatever you call it, and postpones it again. And then you got Ron Owens' thing coming up with the bankruptcy, or I think it's a bankruptcy, or the other one with the Chase Morgan, whatever. Something along those lines. I know Chase
Those are all
already
related, yeah.
Yeah, they're all related. And then November 18th, there'll be something in between, I'm sure. But November 18th is Laura's next hearing. Which, how many vacation days do you get
That's
when
the
you're
day after my. That's the day after my birthday, man.
Wow, that could be a sweet little gift for you. Belated.
Honestly, the best gift would be if Laura just admitted she was wrong and went to jail. But whatever, I'll take that. I
The
guess.
better gift for you is if she has to walk out the side door from the courtroom in orange with the words "unsentenced yet," right on her back, with chains and sandals. Would that not be a wonderful gift for you?
Wait, Rob, why
Yeah,
are you emphasizing the sandals?
Because I've been watching everyone that came in that room today, and it's fresh in my
You watched
mind.
their feet specifically, or
Yeah. Because that's how I saw the sign: "Don't use your cell phone, or they'll kick you out of the courtroom." I'm like, ooh, don't do that. Luckily, I didn't.
anyways,
I think every time Omar said I had a foot thing, he should have been talking about Rob.
I think
you
he
mean
was.
a foot fetish. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Smooth
so
the horse ass.
Lotion.
Lotion in the motion.
Anyways,
We're on the next page, Lauren. We gotta go.
No, I didn't. I missed this. So we're going several days later. Whatever, lengthy phone call with Omar and Rachel.
Yeah.
And wait, Rachel Juarez, who has not appeared in this matter, but who I understand is also representing Mr. Maricini in some unknown capacity. Okay, the thing for me is Rachel is obviously not, like I said earlier, advertising her involvement. So I don't want to speculate that she's continuing to represent him or anything like that. I think that's up to her to.
Yep.
Kind of. If she decides to stay on the case or whatever, fine. It sounds like she was a witness to the phone call. That's fine. Like you said, she hasn't appeared. So I don't want to assign any sort of speculation or anything to that.
Right.
I will say that I know obviously David is not a fan of Rachel's because of what David said after their debate where she totally embarrassed him. So I regret that she had to suffer through that phone call if she really listened to him talk for another 66 minutes. Right. After those 2.5 hours. But
when they went the debate, Not Reality Steve. She spent time looking through all of the cases that he cited. She wasted her time to be up to speed for that debate.
I don't think she would say it was a waste of time. Even I think she's just
no. Understood, but she spent a lot of her time to prepare for that debate. And what does he do? Minimizes her, basically, right? And then attacks her after the fact. He couldn't do it to her face, even on lying face to face, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, whatever he says about her doesn't matter. But I hate that either of them had to sit on the phone call with him. But still, like, Omar is very publicly like sparring back with David, and Rachel's kind of not doing that because she's like a professional who's too busy for this stupid man. So I hate that she had to sit through that. I don't know really what was said other than what's been presented to us in these public filings. I know that in one of Omar's other filings, he said that David represented that he wanted to, be part of the case because he thought he would help his case against Mike, or not against Mike, but his case with the AZ bar, which is what was written in the motion to disqualify, I think. So that is a little sketch, more than a little sketch. Let's see. They believed I should not continue to represent Miss Owens for various reasons, among other things. I had a present conflict of interest. All of that is true. Because last year, Mayor Cheney filed a complaint against me. True. Mr. Serrato expressed his belief that because he accused him of misconduct, somehow created a conflict. That is kind of a little bit of a roundabout. Really getting straight to the points here.
Notice all the language he's using, like various reasons. Well, what reasons?
I feel like he went to character. He went to character AI, right? He went to character AI and was like, "Hey, find me someone who has manners and help me write this."
No. The point is, if you're going to talk about the reasons, you talk about what the reasons are, and then you argue against them. But he's not doing that here. He's just sort of like, "Don't pay attention to this. It's just various reasons."
Mm-hmm.
This is very minimizing language he's doing.
Several days later, on August 18th, I had a lengthy phone conversation. That's August 18th. What happened on July 5th or 9th? He DUI'd. So that's one example that he's not going to cite as a reason to just say, the way he claims states it in here, right?
What I'm talking about more is, we've got the Maricini response to the DVRO petition.
Okay.
Where Omar very clearly enumerates, okay, there are cases where a client can give written permission for their witness attorney or whatever to represent them.
Yeah.
However, there are other rules in the law that supersede that, right? And he goes through why that would not be allowed. And he makes his argument.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Gingras here says various reasons, he's skipping over this entire body of work. And instead of arguing it intellectually, he's just minimizing it. And it's come on, man. Like, that's not good enough. It's not good enough.
It's not. And any judge who has to read this between the four corners of the paper, right? That's all it says, is what he says here, takes it for what's written there. Which the way he's written it puts him in a great light. You know what I mean? But then you still have Omar's side explaining in much more detail with detail. So the judge has two documents, if you will, to review and come up with the best thought process. And I don't think all judges are stupid or bad like Judge Dudu. Okay. I think there are some
It's commissioner duty to you, Robert.
Please. It's retired Dudu. That's what he is. He got out well. Yeah, he retired after that. After the Clayton.
Thank God.
Because he messed up.
That dude did not know how to work the internet.
No. What do you mean? This is how you look at the laptop, right?
This is how you tell. This is how you tell if a young lady has brushed her hair.
That's how I look at your mom's feet pics. So
picture my hand. Picture my foot.
All right. Anyways,
but don't you tilt the laptop? Why don't you just tilt the laptop, doo-doo? What the hell? Well, if I look at it this way,
it was heavy, and he only had one hand.
Oh gosh. Yeah, he was busy under his gown, his robe. He was busy under there. Dude was having a good old time.
I'm a terrible person.
What's
I'm just
happening?
saying.
I'm just
Chad,
as
I'm in
bad as you.
danger.
I know
Yeah,
this is amazing
you're in
because
the
Bruce
middle.
is the voice of
Need
reason, but
help.
I have someone else who's just as
Lauren,
degenerate
it's,
as I
it's
am.
the Lauren and Rob
Oh.
sandwich and Bruce in the middle.
With the yellow flag.
Poor guy.
Oh,
All right. One more comment, then we'll move on from this section. During this discussion, blah, 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 they said all that. So the thing with this is, if Omar and Rachel are both representing Mike, then I think that Laura should probably just throw in the fucking towel. Because even if she does find another lawyer who's willing to represent her, they're not going to have the knowledge and the background of this case and the understanding of everything in the next few weeks that these guys have. Also, I saw this poll going around. I think it was on like JFC Instagram that was like, who would you want to see representing, like one of the female lawyers representing Mike with Omar? And some people picked Deandra over Rachel, and I just wanted to say you guys are fucking nuts. I love Deandra. I think she's like crush. But Rachel is 100 times better than Deandra. So if Mike actually has both of them representing, no, you shut your mouth. If Mike actually has both of them representing him, then he's in a good position. So,
well, wait. If
Deandra
is there, is Isabel there too?
No.
Ooh,
No.
Bruce went.
You get one or the other, dude.
But they're like a team.
But they're not. Because you have to pick
They
one.
can be.
Well, I mean, why would you pick either one of those people when you could have Rachel? Sorry, she's smarter than everyone. It's not my fault.
The two of them together, right?
Too many good options.
No, put two of those together, I would still pick Rachel.
Yeah.
Especially in a fight.
But I do like Deandra, though. I really do.
Outside the bar?
She really put Laura in her place. That was awesome to watch several times.
No, that's great. Deandra's fantastic. I would totally blush if I was standing next to her, but if I had to pick a lawyer, I would pick Rachel.
Right. Gotcha.
This is like fantasy football draft or something we're doing here.
Yeah, I know. I only say that because I saw this fucking poll and I was like, first of all, why are you doing a poll pitting these women against each other? And second, I hate you guys for not picking my person. So
you should have taken yourself out of the situation because you were emotionally involved,
I will literally step on you if you don't agree with me.
It's like Team Pacey all over again. Team Edward. Whatever.
Team Edward. Team Jacob, bro.
Yeah.
I liked Jacob.
Wolf
Anyways,
out.
I'll read this next part, but I wanted to pull these up real quick. Fake Laura Owens, thank you for the 5. Don't forget, in Zombieland, Rule 26 is a little sunscreen never hurt anybody. Daddy likes the sunscreen.
It's like lotion. It puts the lotion on its skin.
Yeah, I think I read that one.
Back to lotion.
This went through a couple times. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, Rule 28. There's a good one.
Thank you for the 5. Jingy, if we get married, they can't make us testify against each other.
Oh, nice. Low. Good job.
Sure is nice here on the beach in San Diego. Thanks, Judge. You're in the house. Let's be honest. You're inside the house. You're not going outside. When I studied birds in college, my favorite was the swallow.
Oh my God. That's classic. They're classic though. And she went to college. So that's pretty impressive.
Oh God, that was terrible.
That's what she learned?
The fake Laura Owens super chats hit different. Like, that's fucking weird. Thank you again for your patronage.
Lauren, they're different. Read the other ones. Are there other ones, Lauren? You have to read the other ones.
I read them all. Yeah, I read them all.
Anyways,
I told Mr. Shh. I told Mr. We're moving on. I can't deal with that anymore because I'll just be here all night crying. I told Mr. Serrato I strongly disagree with his analysis. Is that what you told him? With those words, without belaboring the details. When have you ever not belabored the details? I explained to Mr. Serrato that I saw no conflict at all, actual or potential, between myself and Miss Owens with respect to this case, especially not in the bedroom. On the contrary, I saw our interests as entirely aligned and consistent, not in conflict.
Oh
The
boy.
bottom line is I firmly believe Mr. Maricini broke the law. He committed a crime. And he violated this court's order to such an extent that the relief Laura is seeking in this case is factually and legally proper. Okay. This is true regardless of any other allegations about Laura's conduct. In any other area, fuck you, dude. I did not agree. I was doing all these creative insults, and we're about to regress into swearing.
He's throwing her under the bus there a little bit.
I did not agree and do not agree that Mr. Maricini's allegations against me, which I perceive as frivolous, have any bearing at all. Well, I mean, you could perceive anything when you're on fucking meth, sir. And I kind of feel like he probably is. But
this whole thing is a lot of opinions. But the problem is, if he wants, here's the problem. He's writing this letter to like the court.
Yeah.
And if he wants the court to believe him, he has to be convincing. He can't just say, I believe Maricini broke the law. Like, okay, what is it? I believe aliens abducted someone yesterday.
I believe David has a micro penis, but here we are.
You have to provide the evidence to show why you believe that if you're going to be convincing. You can't just say, I think Maricini broke the law. What am I supposed to do with that? I can't do anything with it. It's like saying, I think the earth is flat. Right. Well, why do you think the earth is flat?
The earth is flat, Bruce.
More importantly than you believing the earth is flat, can you convince me that the earth is flat? Can you convince me that Maricini broke the law? Because if you can't do that, then, I don't know, you're just not going to be a good litigant. You're not going to be a good, I don't know, scientist, logician, anything.
That's why he works out of his basement with a small desk in the corner that you would have in 6th grade class, right?
Oh boy,
that's his office.
It's not a basement.
If he can, I don't know how he got away with being a lawyer this long, to be honest with you. And he totes that horn, not.
It's not a basement, is it? I don't.
No, it's just part of his house. But it sounded better the way I told it. And it could be because I've never been there. You know what? I'll ask Laura.
Oh boy.
What's his basement look like? It puts the lotion on its body.
Isn't that where his pool table is? I don't know.
Why do you guys know this?
Because he wrote a whole thing about how he has a cocktail and plays pool with his wife.
Oh my God, you guys read that?
That's why I have my
You guys think this guy's wife has anything to do with him at this point? That's hilarious.
I don't know. That's what he wrote. It was a long time ago. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways. Expecting that, blah, blah, blah.
Here's an emphasis right here, right?
Have any bearing at all in my ability to represent Laura in this case? In short, Mr. Maricini has accused me of engaging in witness tampering because after I saw him violate this court's DVRO in Arizona, fuck you, I contacted law enforcement to report what I believe was commission of a federal crime. By retaliating against me with a bar complaint, I believe Mr. Maricini has committed a further federal criminal act. Do you want to talk about federal criminal acts? Well, your client is crossing straight lines to commit fraud. Crossing state lines, sorry.
He doesn't state he called the 911 call on him in a courthouse with security and
after the judge had already ruled.
The military present from the air base on in Arizona. What the fuck are you doing wasting their money and time?
It was stupid. The thing he leaves out that's most important is that Maricini was never arrested by any of the 3 law enforcement agencies that were there for violating this order.
But you don't see it here.
If he called and reported a crime, where was the enforcement or the penalty or the punishment for violating that crime? It didn't happen.
Right. Judge Mata said, no, my subpoena stands. He's coming in.
I mean, you can't argue. Like, it's so stupid. It's like, you know, I thought there was going to be a train crash and then there's no train crash. And you're like, well, I believe there was a train crash. Like, well, there wasn't. Like, it didn't happen.
And once again, I contacted law enforcement to report what I believed was the commission of a federal crime. So it might not have been, but he believed it. That just says a lot about him being a really good lawyer.
He still believes it, which is weird because the guy was never arrested for violating the law.
He lives in Gingras.
How right could he be in the face of contradictory evidence?
And again, he doesn't give supporting arguments, a strong enough argument for a judge or the courtroom to understand and say, oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, you believed it was a commission of a federal crime? Aren't you the guy on trial for a DUI? Second one in your lifetime? I want to make sure I got all my facts right. They're not deaf in California. Judges talk. The news is out there. Social media is represented around the globe, for God's sake. Look at the shit Rachel Mitchell has to hear about, or the investigators. They're all watching social media, right? It makes because stuff's still going on. But I got to ask, what is the family business? Is it mafia? Or is it horse hunting? I don't understand with this, because he reminds me of the old Godfather who's sick in bed, Marlon Brando character. And the wife is just so sweet and she just cooks. And then you got the daughter who.
Okay, but the wife here is like, wait, are we still talking about David? Or are we talking about.
Rob has covered like 10 topics in about 30 seconds.
That's why I'm confused. Are you still talking about David or are you talking about Laura's family?
Well, David's part of the family, remember?
No, but boy. David's wife has fled the scene, so I need you to be more specific.
Yeah.
Did she go to Cuba?
I got Portugal? Oh, yeah. In Godfather 2, right? He goes down to Florida and he goes against that guy. Remember? You see him, Lauren.
Y'all stay the fuck away from Florida. We got enough of that. And I'm only egging it on. I don't even participate.
What else is going on in this document?
Yeah, we got to finish this up, and then we'll probably have to go over the next one tomorrow night or something because it's already 10:30. But let's see. By retaliating against me, we did the further federal crime. Okay, for that reason, among many others, I firmly reject Mr. Serrato's argument. He just wanted to reject Omar because Omar rejected his friendship. Right. That it would be unethical or improper for me to continue representing Laura in this matter. So wait. Why do you care if you don't actually intend to keep the door open to represent her in the future?
Good
Nevertheless, in an abundance of caution and with the goal of reducing the contentiousness of this case, God, you're special. After discussing the situation with Laura, I decided I would continue to participate in this matter as a supporting witness, but I would not act as Laura's attorney in any capacity regarding this case. God,
why is it Mr. Serrato and Ms. Juarez, but it's Laura for her? Does that not indicate that there's a relationship somehow?
Honestly, I could just be reading. I mean, because they're openly friends, from what he said. So I won't read too much into that. I know where you're getting at. Yeah, I understand.
And now you see Ms. Owens.
I think the funny part is, if he really wants to minimize, what did he call it? Minimizing the contention.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Minimizing the contentiousness. Well, why is he making this giant filing then?
Because he's a dumbass. I told you this guy is stupid. He's like,
if he's not gonna be her lawyer, why is he filing this? It's so useless.
David is like a mole on an ass who's jealous of a hemorrhoid for getting more attention. So, I mean, what else is he supposed to do?
As a lawyer in 2 states, both states have seen him, right? He's practicing both. The 2 states think he's an idiot. I'm sorry, but I have to believe that.
Oh, boy.
In my opinion. You taught me that one, Lauren.
Oh, man. I mean, David would tattoo "look at me" on his perineum if he got a second of validation from Omar or this court or anyone reading this document. So.
Yeah, you represent the random court of opinion. So you're right. You have a court too. So you got a good opinion here. Good for you. Good title.
All right, man. Anyways, I called Mr. Serrato to inform him of this decision. According to my phone records, it lasted 16 minutes. During the call, I told Mr. Serrato I no longer represented Ms. Owens with respect to this case, that I would not appear as a lawyer at future hearings. I also told him I would continue to participate as a witness, but beyond that, Laura would be representing herself and that he should contact her directly if he had any further questions about the case. Following our telephone discussion on August 21st, Mr. Serrato sent me an email asking me to confirm in writing that I no longer represented Laura in this case. Mr. Serrato's message is shown below. So here's Omar's email to David. It says, David, do you mind sending a quick email verifying in writing you're not going to represent Laura?
Okay. Fair question.
Short and sweet.
David responds, or doesn't respond. He drafts this email. He says, I immediately responded to Mr. Serrato's request with an email shown below. Yes, this confirms, as we discussed, I'm not representing Laura any further in this case. As we also discussed, despite the single appearance, my notice of appearance was rejected by the court for technical reasons, so the docket doesn't show me as Laura's counsel. Because I'm not counsel of record, I do not believe I need to formally withdraw, since I have not yet formally appeared. You said you agreed with that view. Finally, I also told you that while you don't need my permission, you can contact Laura directly as needed moving forward.
This
Still,
is the
since the docket
stupidest
continues
response to a yes or no question.
Sure, yeah. Still, since the docket continues to show Laura has other counsel of record, you may want to contact them to clarify their position. And remember, Laura abused, the rights or the needs of people who actually suffer domestic violence to get help from an organization who helps people who have suffered that in her original case. So that would be the other counsel of record. And fuck you for that, Laura. Unfortunately, although I believed, I think, go ahead.
She's taking my textiles to pay for her fucking defense.
Ooh.
Literally from my pocket, going to pay for an expert. I'm like writing a
For
check,
expert witnesses,
or toys or whatever she wants to purchase for her defense. It's just fucking bullshit that she's indigent. Are you kidding me? I swear to God, did the judge really get those requests, and did someone in the office sign off on it on his behalf?
My personal opinion is that if you own a farm and a mini horse, you shouldn't be able to declare yourself indigent.
Right. You can set yourself up to look indigent, but if you look at the whole picture, you don't get to claim that. And of course,
I understand the technicalities and stuff, but it's the same time. It's like, this is absolutely fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
So. And apparently she has a job. So
yeah,
you should be able to pay for stuff.
Supporting the family.
No, according to the filing, it's minimal income. Her job is minimal income.
Yeah, I'm sure her snooty ass family who's enabled her their whole lives is paying her minimum wage. Fuck off.
When just last year they were bringing in 200,000 plus. Oh, but mostly some of that's my mom's too. Really? You can't even stand to your own 2 fucking feet and get a job? Hi, would you like coffee with that? That's not that hard, Lauren. Bruce, right? Would you like coffee with that?
You can work at a fucking Wendy's and be able to afford an expert who can tell you that pregnancy doesn't happen without intercourse. So I don't know what the problem is.
She's better off working at a Wendy's and getting laid there. Jesus. It's just more
don't encourage her.
It's a really sad situation, right? She's 35. She has minimal income, if any, according to this court filing. She has no assets, according to this court filing. She lives with her parents.
Yep.
She's involved in multiple court cases. I mean, this is not like what kind of dream of living a life is this? Like what? It's actually. It's like a Dickensian tragedy or something.
No, and we don't feel bad for her. She's put herself in this situation. So I will not feel bad for her. I will not feel bad for her.
No, I understand. I understand. When I say it's sort of a tragic situation, I'm thinking sort of globally from a community perspective.
Sure. But you know how many homeless people I have down here wearing no underwear, holes in their ass, walking around the streets talking to themselves.
I have a hole in my ass.
No place.
Is it smooth?
It's shiny and smooth.
Bruce!
Good job. Bruce stepped right into that one. Nice. They put the lotion on its ass.
Callbacks are my specialty.
That was horrifying.
I have smooth feet. Does that help, Bruce?
No, Rob. No, it doesn't.
I'm telling him, Omar, when this case is over, about your smooth feet.
Yeah.
Don't forget about his asshole.
I just hope that I need him to be my lawyer and watch him tell me to go fuck myself. Omar would be like, no, I don't think so. You're on your own.
Okay. What is he? Okay. What's 34? What are we doing in this document?
Okay. Unfortunately, although I believed I sent the email to, so this is the stupid ass part. Unfortunately, although I believed I sent the email to Mr. Serrato shown above, dated 8/21, so the one that we just read. The next morning, after he woke up from his, in my speculation, meth and cocaine binge, I saw the email to Mr. Serrato appeared to still be open and unsent on my desktop. Although the email does appear in my sent message folder along with all other outgoing emails. Based
Wow.
on this, it was not clear that the message was sent or delivered. So the following morning, I sent a shorter second email shown below, which again confirmed I no longer represent Laura in the Marigini DVRO matter. So I just want to point
this
out
is what he should have sent the first time.
Right. That's what he asked for.
he also failed to tell the court that Greg Gillespie hacked his email and stopped that from being sent.
Oh boy.
Well, we haven't finished the document yet.
A few minutes later, on August 22nd, I received a reply, and he was probably jizzing over that, by the way. It says, "Thanks, David."
Okay.
So he was probably like, "Oh my God, you're welcome, Daddy." And that was that. Anyways, based on these events, I was shocked when I learned that on August 25th, Mr. Serrato filed a motion to disqualify me from acting as Laura's counsel in this case. One of the many reasons I decided not to continue representing Miss Owens was to avoid even the mere appearance of impropriety, as if you give a shit about that.
Like he came up with that after they talked to him for 66 minutes, followed by 6.
Oh, sure.
If he's not going to represent her, why does he care if he's disqualified?
I don't know. He needs attention.
He's trying to hold on to his license.
He
Yeah, that
paid for
too.
the attention. He paid for the
Oh, and did
attention
you
to
notice-
pay, and he got cut off early. That's not cool, man. That's not cool.
He
Yeah.
should have fled
And
to
the email
Cuba.
that didn't get sent kind of reminds me of the telemed proof of an appointment. No, but Lord, you have to go to the fucking appointment. You don't just book one and then possibly cancel it after the fact, in my opinion.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like
he
that's
better
probably
write
how,
He sent an
email.
answer the next day, so who cares?
sorry, Rob.
I don't
what you're
understand why
describing is
this is-
exactly how David's therapy appointments went.
Why
He
is this a
booked
big
them and then
deal? He
canceled.
sent an answer to the question the next day. Who cares?
I mean,
Gotta put it in
I'm
there.
reading this and I'm thinking like, David thinks that people are only reading this shit for money, right? Not because they have strong personal convictions and actually care or give a shit about the outcomes for these people.
Right.
But I'm not going to argue with that anymore because David's not going to listen anyways. I'm just going to lean into it a little bit and say, thank God, David. Thank God you never followed through with a therapy appointment to give me more content. Thank you so much. Like, I don't know what the fuck else to say at this point.
Oh boy.
Right. And you know what? Omar's smart. Let's just make sure we have it on record with the courts that you are not representing her. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything
Sure.
wrong with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, this dude's an asshole and clearly unstable. So, like, I don't think it's unreasonable to be like, well, he seems to have left the door open to come back later. I think we need to file something to disqualify him. So,
Exactly.
Did you
my
say he
thought.
left the back door open?
yeah, Bruce,
I
because the
believe she
front
did.
door was already occupied.
Uh-huh. Because he's an asshole.
Oh boy,
See?
I think we're at an
Nice
impasse.
juxtaposition.
All right. Anyways, I also did not want to. Oh, okay. This is fucking rich. I did not want to burden this court with needless motion practice, says the man who filed a motion to compel lunch. You stupid bitch. You
Also,
won't believe
this
that.
filing.
Oh my god. This is all so unnecessary. Like, the simple fact is that regardless of whether I act as Laura's counsel of record, I am still a percipient witness in this case. Thus, God. Thus, even if Laura represents herself without counsel, I can and will tell this court what I saw, and will testify
Star
about the
witness
events leading
for
up to this point.
Please get up on the stand, motherfucker.
For that
David
reason,
Gingras, star witness for the petitioner. I love it. This is great. He's the star witness.
I hate this. For that reason, I did not think remaining as Laura's counsel of record was sufficiently important to justify challenging Mr. Serrato's position, even though I disagreed with it. It is clear to me that Mr. Serrato intentionally lied to this court about the hand-sized sacks. Oh, wait, that's not right. Sorry, my bad. Got my dudes mixed up. About the facts and has attempted to actively mislead this court about the truth. This conclusion is based on, among other things, the extremely careful wording shown below, wherein Mr. Serrato claims that I told him, both verbally and in writing, that I do not intend, correct, right, to represent Laura Owens in these proceedings. Okay.
All right.
And it says a hearing was held on August 15th, where David Gingras appeared. David has since indicated to counsel, both verbally and in writing, that he does not intend to represent Laura Owens in these proceedings. That leaves the door open.
Yep, I
for him
believe
to
that.
come back later.
I intended. Yep.
Can we see the email again? The one up above?
Yeah.
the shorter one or the longer one?
The
As we
shorter
discussed,
one.
I no longer represent Laura. It doesn't mean he won't come back, though. He's not saying I will not represent Laura. right?
Exactly.
He's saying, right now, I don't represent Laura.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sorry,
that's what
I'm just
Omar
trying-
asked for. Yeah.
You can argue that I'm just trying to justify this, and the fact is I am, but because I think that's right. So you can't convince me otherwise.
Because lawyers
This guy's unhinged. He's done some crazy fucking shit in this other case just to charge extra money for legal fees for Clayton, in my opinion. And now they are up in arms about Omar saying that he should be disqualified from representing Laura, where he should be a witness if anything. Like, fuck off. All right. Let's see. I believe Mr. Serrato used this line to make it appear that he did not completely lie to the court. That's not a lie, dude. What is your problem? What? After all, he kind of mentions the written and verbal discussions between counsel, which is good. But rather than telling the court what I actually said, this guy's the dumbest fucking piece of shit ever.
That I no longer represent Laura.
Right. Okay, and you no longer, at this time, represent Laura in this case. Again, still leaving the door open for you to reappear, which would be a detriment to Laura, but she'll still allow it. Mr. Serrato changed the quote to make it appear far more uncertain and unequivocal. Well, you guys had multiple phone conversations that you could have said that exact thing.
Well, scroll up. He didn't use quotations either, right? No, down to the Omar part.
All right, hang on.
See, he says, Gingras says indicated. Okay, if I say, Lauren indicated she wants to go to lunch tomorrow.
I totally do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not quoting Lauren. Lauren indicated she wants to go to lunch somewhere to have,
and right there,
whatever, Italian food.
Sure that he is in fact.
There's no quote marks. So Gingras is like, he changed a quote, but there's no quote to change. It's not a quote.
Right.
He's summarizing.
It's that next sentence. This motion is to ensure that in fact he is disqualified from representing due to major conflicts of interest. This motion is expected to be unopposed by petitioner.
Kind of mentions the written and verbal discussion. Shut the fuck up.
I.e., Mr. Serrato avowed that I am continuing to represent Miss Owens in the case. Avowed?
Nobody avowed jack shit, brother. What are you talking about?
No, the thing is, if you say, today I'm not going cross country skiing. Okay, but what about next week? Next week I might go cross country skiing, right?
Or tomorrow, right?
If you don't say I'm not going to go cross country skiing during this court case, okay, that's very clear, right?
Yeah.
But if you just say I'm no longer going cross country skiing as of today, doesn't mean you're not going to go next week.
Or kayaking in the water in the Pacific Ocean.
I mean, whatever analogy you want to use to explain the language. I mean,
but lawyers do that. They can craft certain verbiage to intend and imply one thing, but if you don't catch it.
Oh, dude, I know all about that because one of Blake's lawyers just did that shit to me. So.
Yeah, this is why Omar is very careful to figure out what the boundary is on Gingras' language. And then depending on what the boundary is, his response is going to be, in accordance with what he receives. So if Gingras doesn't say, I'm never going to represent Laura in this case, he says, well, I'm not representing her today. Right. In Omar's mind, he's like, well, he might come back. So therefore, if I think he should not be representing her based on the arguments he laid out in the response to the DVRO petition,
exactly,
he can file a motion for disqualification, and that's fine.
He's just
this guy's exhausting.
Gingerbread, you call him, Bruce? Gingerbread is just enjoying every minute of this.
That's Omar. That's Omar's thing, actually.
Okay. Until they actually take his license away, which is up and coming. And I wonder if it'll be taken away before October 20th, so he can't represent her, right?
I feel like that's going to take a good bit longer. They have to set a hearing and all that, don't they?
I don't know, man.
I just don't.
What is the misbehavior committee takes a long time.
Misbehavior committee. Plus, that would be in Arizona, right? Not California. So.
Yeah.
Well, I think California has to take notice of things that Arizona does.
But does that take time? Does that happen right away? Or
oh, the wheels of justice will move very slowly.
Exactly. So, and the hearing is in a month, less than a month. So I got to say, it's probably going to take longer than that.
It's very unlikely that anything's going to happen before all this stuff resolves.
Right.
Well, this hearing, you mean this hearing that we're talking about is in less than a month, but the 30th is his hearing for the DUI case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on a little bit. I have somehow refused to clarify that the attorney-client relationship has actually been terminated. I would agree with that based on what Omar said and what you wrote. Based on my past dealings with Mr. Serrato, I have no question that he intentionally gave this court a false and misleading impression of what occurred, and that he did so for the specific purpose of filing a pleading that contains serious allegations of misconduct on my part, which Mr. Serrato knew were entirely false. You know what? I'm interested to hear how he's going to justify things if and when both Omar and Rachel come out and say this is what happened.
Yep.
This man is misrepresenting the facts. Like, that's going to be a mess.
This is crazy because he says he has no question that there was a pleading that contained allegations that Mr. Serrato knew were entirely false. How does he prove that?
Yeah, he
would have to know. He would have to know what someone was thinking. So he would need an email or something, or he would need a recording of Omar saying, I know XYZ is false.
Right.
And then Omar saying, but I'm going to do a filing where I say XYZ is true.
Right.
So
you can't know
what tell you.
Yeah.
That would tell you someone knew it was false. Guaranteed. Independently verifiable evidence that somebody knew it was false. He's just saying if Omar knew it was false, that'd be good for me. So I'm just going to believe it. And then he says, I have no question about it, which is crazy language. It's just like when he's like, there's no way in hell we're going to lose our appeal. Like, what kind of language is that? You can't just make claims without evidence. It's absurd.
Well, fake Laura Owens, thank you for the $5, says, not having a guilty conscience or sense of shame is so freeing. It's like never wearing a bra. Oh, wait, I never needed one.
What?
No comment. Also, thank you for the 10. Oh, did someone mention Netflix and Tony Robbins? I think that was Bruce. He's into that.
It's true.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Okay. I am also confident that Mr. Serrato did this for one primary purpose, to give his YouTube friends fodder. You fucking idiot. You fucking
Is that us?
Yes, you nuclear fucking dumbass. Like, you are the one with your stupid ass lunch filings and shit that have given people fodder to create videos attacking you. Like, you being a super, like, a complete and total epic fucking dumbass have created this scenario where people are here to refute your every word because it's totally possible. You're an idiot and you get everything wrong all the time. 100% of the time you lost. You were wrong. You didn't win a single fucking thing in that case. And then you're like, oh, this guy Omar is providing fodder for it. No, you're stupid. You're stupid. You are the fodder. Like, you're a fucking, I'm not going to say that word.
Here's the thing that refutes this argument. Let's say Mike Maricini was going to fight this DVRO and he hired Joe Random in California.
Joe Random would have been a better fucking attorney.
No. Mike hires Joe Random instead.
Whatever. Joe Random. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to calm down for a minute.
Here's the point, Lauren. Here's the point. whoever Mike hires, and let's say Laura had never hired Gingras. She hires some random, Brock Chattington Esquire to be her counsel in California for the DVRO. Okay. And so the two random lawyers nobody's ever heard of, they're not famous, whatever. We would be sitting here reading their filings right now instead of reading this.
He may have gone pro bono because Mike hired somebody else. You see what I'm saying? But because it was Omar, she took David and brought him into the play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just kept fodder going, right? It just keeps the fodder going.
Well, if she had filed her own pro se motions, or if she had hired some lawyer we'd never heard of and filed motions, and Mike had hired someone we'd never heard of, or Mike went pro se and filed motions, we would be sitting here reading the public court document motions.
Right. Anyway,
it's irrelevant that it's Omar. It's irrelevant that it's Gingras.
That's the petty.
Who the fuck is Omar?
Yeah.
Raul.
Oh God, I didn't even know that was his middle name. I feel like a bad friend.
I know, right?
I thought Omar,
but he still calls me Laura, so I think we're good.
Oh,
it's Mr.
He calls me
Omar.
Brad.
Yeah,
guys, I'm calm now.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
I'm calm.
that's calm. I'm a little scared.
You should be.
You should
Cross
be.
me one time, I'll scream. Okay. Anyways,
Gatorade.
so
Yeah, she'll fly across country. Don't forget, she'll find me if it need be.
I'll find you. No, I'm too lazy for that, man. I'll just block you. Honestly,
Right,
I'll just block you. I might yell about it a little bit, but I'll just block you and leave you alone. I'm not.
Well,
I'm
that's
not
what David does. That's what David does, right? He just shuts down his channel. What the hell's that? How childish and petty, idiot!
He does what to his channel?
Doesn't he block it on Twitter? His account? He shuts it down or whatever when he gets overwhelmed. Or
Oh, I don't know. I
whatever.
blocked that guy ages ago, and he posted a tweet whining
you
about
don't
it.
even
So
know.
I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. Yeah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
He quits and unquits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think he's back now. I'm not sure though.
Whatever.
He's
Yeah,
fodder.
whatever is right.
He's
Okay.
just fodder.
Oh no!
Okay.
I see gingerbread.
God.
Right.
Stole
Because
the image of
Mr. Serrato has done over and over again during the past year. According to YouTube, Mr. Serrato has posted more than 400 videos, and you have watched every single one while fapping. All right. Here, although certainly not all of these videos are focused on myself or Laura, a large number of them are, and virtually every one is insulting, disparaging, and in many cases defamatory. Do you want to talk about defamation? When you tried to sue me, okay, for providing fair use commentary on your non-monetized video, to which I turned ads off on mine, right? And so he did this thing where he waited for me to provide commentary on it, and then in the middle of my stream, he went to the copyright office or whatever and tried to register it, and then tried to sue me. He was like, I'm going to sue you because she did X, Y, and Z, and then sat there and spouted off about how I broke the law. Well, he knew damn well I didn't do that at all. So I don't want to hear jack shit about defamation from words. I'm not going to help.
We just got to read the filing.
I no, the words I'm going to use should not come out of my mouth. Someone else read.
What are we on here?
At 42.
No, we were in 42. According to YouTube, he posted more than 400 videos. Although certainly not all these videos are focused on myself or Laura. Then why does? Well, how many are? Like, what's the numerator? Right. He's posting the denominator with a number, quantitative.
Yeah, analysis. A large number follows. He follows it up with.
But then, like, he says a large number. So then he goes qualitative. Like, why is he mixing qualitative and quantitative? This is just poor discipline. This is bad discipline. Okay, anyway, and virtually, like actually or virtually, like virtually, what's with these stupid adverbs? Everyone is insulting, disparaging, and in many cases defamatory. The problem is, if you're going to say that a video is insulting, disparaging, or defamatory, I mean, you have to kind of back it up with some evidence, but like a timestamp and a URL, and then explain why the quote at the timestamp is, and insulting could be a matter of opinion, disparaging could be a matter of opinion.
But
defamatory has a high legal bar to pass. So you have to make very, very compelling explanations if you're going to claim it's defamatory. In many instances, remember?
Originally, before he took on, he doesn't do family law for a long time, but he wanted to do it for her. What he writes on his website is that he's an internet freedom of speech lawyer, defender of the poor and the outright. What the fuck is he picking on Omar or Lauren or anybody else, their opinions or whatever the fuck they want to write?
Well,
Doesn't
in,
he
in my
know?
in Omar's case, it's
Well,
because he wishes that Omar was his boyfriend. But for me, it's like he wishes that his wife was the hoe that I am. So I'm
Yeah,
not really sure what else could be the problem.
I mean,
That's
to be
pretty-
fair,
That's the he
he can respond and say like, okay, Omar said something. Let's say Omar says something insulting about Gingras. He can turn around and say, I think what he said was insulting. I mean, this is free speech both ways. To be fair, it's just if you want me to do anything about it, about like this whole document is Gingras's opinion, right? Like, I believe this, I feel that, whatever. If he wants to convince me, he has to make it really compelling. And he's not doing it because he's just making claims that I just don't buy.
Bitching and moaning.
Guys,
But
our
anyway,
friend Snitchel Ninja has joined us, by the way. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Sorry, I'm a little late.
A little.
Just a little.
Oh, you're late. You must be pregnant with twins.
Yeah, I'm about 9 months late.
There we go. That'll do it. February 14th. Let's see. In many instances, Mr. Serrato insults my unusual French-Canadian surname.
Dude.
We're going ancestry.com now.
Dude, come on.
Referring to me as dingus, jingy, gingerbread, and then douchebag or douche canoe.
I don't think I've ever actually heard Omar say douche canoe. I don't think Omar actually called him that.
Stole the money from that place that they were filming in. Remember? He goes, "This is douche canoe, and this is a fake Laura Owens pregnancy or fake baby or whatever."
true.
Omar called me by the name I used on an official podcast.
He did call himself that. That's true.
He did.
That's a good point, Rob.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, well, if you're gonna do it, why the fuck can't I?
These monetized videos, and again, he brings up monetization as if it's some sort of disparity, as if it's some sort of credibility ruiner,
Right.
Like
Omar probably has a lot of lawyers, and David has none.
You can't take an orthogonal attribute about something and try to make it, and try to prove some sort of causality.
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Yeah, but he and Laura do this all the time. They're doing these things on their monetized channels, and it's like, well, am I supposed to not believe what Omar says or Dave Neal says or whoever because their channel's monetized? No. Right. They can say 1 + 1 = 2, and they're correct on a monetized channel. They can say 1 + 1 = 3 and be incorrect on a monetized or demonetized channel. The truth is orthogonal to whether your channel is monetized or not. In any case,
let's
Omar
read
has
the next couple
money he makes, he gives to his people at his office. Remember?
We'll read the next couple pages, and then we'll.
When you see the word
Mr.
Gingras or Gingras.
Yeah. Mr. Serrato frequently steals photographs of me. Oh, he stole the photograph.
And he copyrighted Snitchel Ninja for reading one of a public court filings that he did, and then he copyrighted Loud Little Ducky for using a picture of him in the gym. So this is like an ongoing thing. I don't even know if it happened to anyone else. They just haven't come out and said it. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't download a car. Why would you download a picture of?
They want the advertising. They'll let you download it.
I mean, this is ridiculous. But anyways, there's the thumbnails. Gingerbread submits appeal to court, and then of course it's like David looks like he's squeezing out a fart, and then Gingras doesn't want our invitation. Because
he doesn't want the smoke.
He says David Gingras called out the imaginary something interested in that truth, and then it cuts off. But I think that it was like David didn't want to come on and talk about the case that he was presenting these facts for. But he was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I don't talk. And we all saw that when he debated. I would call it debated loosely. Rachel, I think it was more like a verbal lashing, but on Reality of Steve's channel. So like that didn't go very well. So he would not have fared well against Omar.
And I wouldn't put it past him to say, well, it's just a female. So of course I can debate her, right? I could see him taking that stance in his head, which is suck because she blew his ass away, literally, right? But Omar,
she's like scary smart, guys. Trust me. Don't
fuck
with that.
And she's nice. That's what kills me. She can be nice. And
she's not that nice. I mean, she's nice, but she's not that nice.
But when she when she has to be mean, she's mean. But you know what I'm saying? She just makes me feel good when I watch her Instagrams and shit like that. But it's just
No, I get it. I get it. That's totally fair.
okay.
I mean, personally, I hate her. So
Well, that's good to know.
We're
And thank
so
God she
close.
doesn't watch
We're
your
so
shit.
close to finishing this document.
listen up, Bruce.
What?
Okay, we're not there yet. We're like
Are we
5
there
minutes
yet?
left on each sentence.
Are we there yet?
In addition to personally insulting and attacking me, Mr. Serrato also frequently publishes scathing, exceptionally cruel personal attacks against Laura, often portraying her as being physically assaulted by Mr. Eckert. Shut the fuck up. Mr. Serrato also frequently uses cruel, humiliating images of Laura crying because Laura tried to copyright strike all of us. She tried to take legal action against us for using a nice professional photo of her, and now you're going to cry and beg because we use rude photos of her that are fair use. Fuck you.
From her own video with the multiple crying outfits with no tears, right? Her
Yeah, it's
own
her
video.
video.
God. Okay. Juxtaposed with the smiling faces of his friends taking pleasure in Laura's pain. Listen, I don't take any pleasure in Laura's pain. I take pleasure in the fact that Laura, who is a terrible fucking person, is going to face the consequences of her actions.
Yeah.
And also just that everyone in the world will know what a terrible dumbass she is. So
Also, I think that video, that Facebook crying video, was very disingenuous. So I don't know if there was any authentic pain
stupid
in
as
it.
hell.
It's actually, it's a matter of opinion whether there was any authentic pain.
God. In my nearly hang on. In my nearly 25 years of practice, I have worked on a large number of major important cases in both state and federal courts, many of which were extremely contentious, young man.
Is he Katharine Hepburn now? What's going on?
I believe she was making fun of me, so I want to take her to court.
I can't do that anymore. It hurt my chest. I have litigated cases before the California Court of Appeals as learn grammar, bitch. As well as appearing on behalf of amicus curiae. I don't know how you pronounce that, but
That's right.
I'm not a lawyer. So before the California Supreme Court, I have obtained multiple favorable recent ones. I've obtained multiple favorable published decisions from state and federal trial and appellate courts across the country. David, you didn't need to include your resume.
Yeah, there's a lot of resume, like a LinkedIn stuff in this document.
Yeah.
All right. Based on my experience handling a large amount of contentious litigation, I am used to seeing rude, disrespectful, and unprofessional conduct by opposing counsel. Dude, you wrote in your diary in front of us, Omar's dead to me, with an assault rifle in the background.
And you're not
Go
a
fuck
anymore.
yourself. Go
He's
fuck
not your
yourself.
counsel, fucker.
Jesus Christ. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. I don't care what anyone said about you. If you're brandishing a weapon behind you and you're saying you're dead to me and you're writing it down on your stupid fucking notepad like a little girl who has no self-control. I'm going to bite my sister's hair. Okay? So fuck you. Okay? Fuck you for doing that. You're insane and nothing that anyone does in response will ever be inappropriate. Fuck
He did get bit by his cat.
Allegedly
It is a bit
drunk.
It's a bit of a double standard, right? Because it's like this is all just free speech.
Aurora is the cat in that house, but David's the fucking pussy.
Oh,
yeah. Take him down, Lauren.
You just called me Laura. I'm out.
No, I ended it at the end. I ended at the end.
I'm so mad.
Where are we? Based on my experience handling.
It's a shit. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Oh boy. I am used to seeing rude, disrespectful, and unprofessional conduct by opposing counsel. Wow, is he?
Not by me, homie.
Wow, the company he keeps is pretty rough. Mr. Serrato's conduct, as described above, is markedly different. Mr. Serrato's actions are not merely unprofessional. Oh, so he's claiming he's unprofessional. They are cruel, malicious, threatening, and personally vicious to a degree I've never seen from any lawyer in any case anywhere in this country. Well, that's a high bar. Pursuant to 28 USC 1746, I declare under penalty of perjury. Perjury. Where have we heard that before? Under the laws of the United States of America.
It's not perjury. Perjury has to be a material fact.
It's just a minor thing, Lauren.
Sorry.
In the state of Arizona, the foregoing is true and correct. Dated September 12th, 2025. Okay. I want to know, okay, Schnitzel Ninja, have you read this document and what do you think about it?
I have. I thought it was really well written, guys. I think you're being a little harsh.
How you?
I think he's being a little fucking bitch, and he just can't stand not being involved. I think that this is like in retaliation. I think there's going to be a kick-ass rebuttal to this coming.
But Omar lied about me and now my anus is bleeding.
I can't stop crying.
Like this, from what I've heard, is like an absolutely not the writing or anything, but just the fact that he is trying to do this in the way he is. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous
Here are my notes.
and unprecedented.
If that's not the runs, I don't know what is. Right out of your mouth to God's ear, or whatever gate.
That's exactly how I talk to God, Rob.
I've been trying Schnitzel.
Or whatever gate you believe in.
Omar.
Challenging.
Omar.
The new rap. Fart him if you got him.
The other thing, I didn't really learn anything new with this document. Was
It's
there
just
anything in here that was really?
Oh, I
like,
did. I didn't know Omar was such a liar, and now I do. So,
other than the fact that Rachel was on that phone call for 66
Yeah.
minutes, I think that was that was sort of the breaking news for
God.
this document.
For two people to be on the call, just like
like I said, I don't want to speculate too much on Rachel just because she's not, like I said,
No,
advertising.
having
her
two
involvement,
people on
so
the
I don't know
call
what it is.
supports
So.
what's been said. Just like when Woodnick wouldn't be in a room alone with Laura, right? He says, we always have to have two people, and we're going to build that shit because we can't alone with her. She's made too many accusations of us, right?
That's an interesting idea. So you're saying get Rachel on the phone just to act as a witness in case there's a contentious disagreement about what happened on the phone call.
Yeah, right. I mean, anybody could have been that second person, right? But in that case, I think they were trying to do a service, not a disservice, by acknowledging, look, you got shit. You really shouldn't represent her. And they probably talked about all the things that we all are aware of, and then some, right? So I think in that respect, they did a nice thing. But did he hear him? Did he listen? No, he had to come up with a decision to say, I'm pulling myself out.
The thing that I find interesting is that he actually decided to pull out before he found out they were filing the motion to disqualify. So,
well, I mean, he usually does pull out prematurely because he's already finished, so it doesn't really matter, right?
I used to do trivia, and my team name was "My Couch Pulls Out, but I Don't."
Is that a lesbian thing?
I don't know.
No.
You don't know? What do you mean? I was fucking with you. What do you mean you don't know? You're weird.
Are you just learning this?
So did you guys actually read the other filing? Omar's, I guess it was like Mike's motion to dismiss.
I recorded it.
I know you did, but I'm asking these guys, did you guys read that at all?
I was about to read it, and I saw the
yet.
Schnitzel Ninja video, so I listened to it instead.
Okay. So let's give some thoughts on
great.
that while Lauren goes to the bathroom again. I'll be right back. Schnitzel Ninja, please guide us through this because I have not read that shit.
Well, wait, maybe before that, this thing about the
You're gonna hold me back from going to the okay.
No, you can go to the bathroom. I just want to ask
I cannot.
a question. Well, just go do whatever you want, Lauren. Okay.
Just don't cancel the stream. We're having fun.
So you're saying Gingras sent this next day one-liner email. This was before he knew that this motion to disqualify was going to happen? Is that what you're saying?
No, so they had a phone call
on the 15th of August? Or the 12th?
And and it was stated in the phone call that he would be removing himself, and then the next day there was an email. I think there were 2 emails, but maybe that night and then the next day
Mhm.
saying that he was removing himself and she, to contact
Yeah.
Laura for any future stuff with the case.
Yeah. And there's 2 emails because he says he wrote this long first one, but then he
Mhm.
saw a copy of it open, so he didn't know if it got sent. So he sent the second one the next morning,
Okay.
which makes sense. I mean, that kind of thing happens.
If it's sitting there, I know he said he read, oh, it shows it's sent, whatever. That's
It was
how
weird.
how the email works, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. If you have a draft, like at least in Gmail, if you have a draft, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be in your sent items. Other stuff
No,
from the
it's
thread
under
will be in your,
drafts.
yeah, other stuff from your sent items will be in sent, but the other one will be in drafts along with everything else. But I think he uses Outlook, so I don't know. Like Outlook, definitely you won't have stuff in sent items or the outbox until it's gone.
Yeah.
You won't have an open version open with both in Outlook for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the same kind of thing that Laura would play, the same game, right?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't understand why he gets into it like that in this document. Like, why does it matter?
Right.
Because
trying to
if
steer his role in
Schnitzel is correct, and he basically said, "I'm not her. I'm going to stop being her attorney now," and then he sends these emails that basically just say the same thing, and
Right.
he's worded it in a way that doesn't preclude him from coming back at a future date
Exactly.
very explicitly, then the motion to disqualify to me seems perfectly reasonable
100%.
because you're just tying up your loose ends at that point from a
Yeah, and
litigation perspective.
we all know that is totally something he would do, which is to
Exactly.
jump on it last minute, and they're
Because
trying
Yeah.
to protect the case and protect
Mhm.
their client.
Yeah.
And they're
It's
totally within their rights to do
Or
that.
even if he doesn't, it's just insurance. I mean, insurance is for
Mhm.
things that you don't really expect to ever happen, like getting struck by
Exactly.
lightning or
But
something.
look who you're dealing with, right? Nothing would surprise me between the two of them, honestly. And
Yep.
that's the thing he was trying to do, thinking he's so smart. But if I word it a certain way, then come closer to the trial date, Laura calls and says, "Oh, I don't know what I'm pro. No, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'll jump in. Emergency lawyer courts, right?" So I could see him trying to get that game played. So with Omar putting this in play, which is just a CYA situation, making sure that if it's in the system, he can't come back at the last minute and help her. Now,
Yep.
that doesn't stop him from giving her advice as from a friend per se.
He could write
right?
he could write literally everything for her because he's barred in California. And the reason the judge should not allow her to appear virtually is because we can't trust she's not like he was seen in public coaching her in front of a lot of people. So how can you guarantee and that's like written in Mata's filing and you can see it on the video. So
Right.
there's evidence. So how would we know and ensure that she's not being coached by the accomplice in her criminal case, by David Gingras, by somebody else? She's not
Yep.
trustworthy.
Yeah.
And there has still not been a mental evaluation done, correct? On her.
Correct. Now, here's the interesting thing about that. That costs approximately $10,000.
The taxpayers don't need to pay $10,000 to declare her
Yeah,
a fucking
I'll write
piece of
the
crap.
I'll write the
Clayton-
fucking check now.
Clayton's Woodnick and Clayton would have had to pay $10,000 to have that done.
And okay, listen to me. What's the point of doing that when you know somebody has a severe personality disorder based on their behavior?
Why is
and
this
it's like a constant thing. It's a pathological thing you can't cure with medication. You can't cure it with just like a session or 2 of therapy. You can't cure it with 3 days in a hospital.
Well, why
What
is
do you
this a
do with someone like
topic?
that? You don't want to spend all your money trying to treat that because it's fucking futile.
Is somebody asking for a evaluation?
I've always
Why is this-
personally thought that years now that she should have had one done so they can diagnose her properly and handle it. Well,
Who's
the parent,
they?
like her parents growing up, maybe.
Oh.
Currently, right? Anybody in her life, her sister, maybe. But what I'm thinking is to diagnose her properly and then be able to address what those are in medicine, therapy, whatever. The only thing now that stands out to my mind is that, in my opinion, jail time, because then they definitely have to evaluate her and take care of whatever diagnosis or whatever they find.
Do they?
They usually do, yeah, because
Why?
prisoners are going in there, and if they've murdered somebody or if they broke the law or did something, they usually go through a psych eval.
If you
If
go
I'm
to
not-
prison, really?
Yeah, because they need to know your mindset, and if you can be in group
If
therapy.
you go to prison for 2 years for forgery and perjury, they psych eval you?
That's my understanding. Verify.
They don't always do that. So they do like a
It's not a
screening.
violent crime.
When you go to prison or when you go to jail, they have to do a certain screening when you're being admitted, because they're, like they have to screen people for suicidality and stuff like that. And a lot of times, I won't lie to you, because I dealt a lot with inmates. They had to come to the ER in shackles and waiting for clearance to go back to jail or to go to the medical floor or the psych floor. And they have to ask you these questions, because like if they don't ask those questions about somebody who's in a sort of a situation where that would reasonably make a lot of people feel mentally distressed and or suicidal, they have to ask those questions or they would get sued to oblivion. So they send them all to the ER, and a lot of these people will say, no, I'm suicidal, because they get sent to the ER. And if we, as the evaluators who help the doctors determine these things, is this person genuinely suicidal? Or are they genuinely incapacitated or incompetent? Or is this genuinely like a mental illness, a delusion, or whatever? Because at that point, we would send them up to the floor, the psych floor or the med floor, where they would be seen by doctors, and they would be more likely to get off the hook for their crimes. And that's just how it is. I know a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that, but that's the truth. People do exploit the system for this reason. They'd be more likely to get off of their crimes, because you can't be admitted to a psych unit if you're under arrest. You can't be admitted if you have handcuffs on, because they can be used to hurt yourself or to strangle another patient, and you're all like, with each other on the psych floor. There are many reasons you cannot have certain things on the unit, and people who are under arrest, unfortunately, by nature of like what people have to do to keep them kind of in a situation where they're, cuffed, or they can't just like run away and escape. They have the ability to harm other people. And so you're more likely to say this person's conduct is due to mental illness, and therefore the arrest should not stand. And then that person will get their, everything taken off. Suddenly they're free again. They go to the unit for 3 days and they go back on the street.
Yeah. And
so they're more likely to say something like that.
That's all very tactical.
Yep.
And when Rob brought this up, or whoever brought this up, with $10,000 and a psych eval, and there's a criminal case and whatever, DVRO case, to me, that's more strategic. Like, you're going to go get a psych eval as evidence in a court case, or potentially as part of an appeal process or something. Like, what you're describing sounds more tactical. Like, somebody comes in and there's a reason you want to do a very fast triage, as opposed to an in-depth $10,000 evaluation. Are these different things? Right. Or are they really the same thing?
They're different things. Think of like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, where she had a psych eval, but that was paid.
Are you guys talking about like, so her eval, was that like a custody eval? Was it like an outpatient eval? Was it an inpatient eval? Like,
it was done by his psychiatrist that he brought on, that woman, the blonde woman. Can't remember
Dr.
her name
Muffins?
Now. Dr. Muffins? Where can I find Dr. Muffins?
But she
there was a whole thing about the muffins or whatever.
Oh yeah, where she had dinner at his place and brought baked goods, like, to, I remember, or he brought baked goods to her office, something dumb.
Brownies.
Yeah.
She brought brownies.
So that was like paid for voluntarily and done voluntarily. But like what you guys are talking about is where it would be kind of like a court order type of thing, not
maybe. I mean, my parents, they have a practice out here, and they do a lot of that stuff with the voluntary psych evals, and they do stuff with the states that's like involuntary too. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely very, very different in the outpatient
Yeah.
setting where you're just like, oh, hey, I'm going to participate in this. It's very different.
So my next question is, what would the situation have to be with Laura during the criminal case at any point in order for there to be a court-ordered $10,000 psych eval? If ever.
A motion could be submitted, and since she's getting paid by the
I think the
taxpayers,
prosecutor just asks for it,
or even her defense.
I don't think it has to be the prosecutor. A lot of times the defense asks for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say they might. I mean, especially in her case, because
Trial.
she has to know. She has to know that they have evidence from her devices, right? Like there's stuff that like she's not going to be able to just explain away. So
Mhm.
what is her defense going to be? She was given the out for like a mental illness in Clayton's case and she didn't take it. So she might even if she listens to her lawyer, probably she might even get one done herself like Lauren's saying and see if there's something they can point to like dismiss the behavior.
Yeah. Even that, I think there's such a pattern over such a prolonged period of time that it's not going to stick.
Yeah. No, definitely.
And
Like
Bruce,
it'll be useless. They might buy some time with that, and they might try to get something they can kind of like adjacently point to and be like, well, this, this kind of issue or like symptoms she was having might have caused this and this and that. But at the same time, you point to a pattern of behavior over an extended period of time, like 10 years, you're fucked. You're fucked.
yeah.
No, that's not going to happen.
It's very interesting.
Bruce, I was thinking
And-
from my perspective was if you go to prison and they have to decide if you go into general population with everybody or if in your different groups, right? You know what I mean? So I figured they must have to do a mental evaluation to see if
Yeah.
that's where I was thinking.
That's a very tactical kind of
Right.
situation process. Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that Laura would go in emergently as her last resort without her lawyer's consult or approval. So
If she hasn't done it already, yeah, all this time's on.
I don't think she has. I think if she has, it would have come up.
Right. But that's it's like she's
I think
chosen.
she's saving that in her back pocket. Like she did that with Mike, and it kind of played out in a way that now years later we can speculate on that and say like I've seen your text messages and the things you're describing as you're supposedly in the ER or the psych hospital, and it's like those aren't the regulations that these hospitals play by, and so you're full of shit and you're lying. So
Yep.
I don't know, man. Like maybe she's just not going to go there until she has to. But
Well, like we saw in the filing today, right? There's a plea deal forthcoming. I'm like, if they have so much on her,
Well,
lawyer-
I was hearing that it is standard to offer a plea deal unless it is
so outrageous.
what was it?
You
Like a
wouldn't-
murder case, like a like a
small children.
a death penalty case.
like Jodi Arias.
Then they wouldn't have to offer a plea deal. They could, but it's not standard to offer one. But in these things, it is standard to offer one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's standard to offer one, again, in my opinion, what I want to see in that plea deal is jail time, X amount of years. Second, I wanted her to publicly acknowledge what she's done and an apology to her victims. If I could have my choice of what I'd offer her, those things would be definitely in there, which is meeting the standard of most likely they offer a plea. And I doubt that she would accept all that because of how she is or who she is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to admit that shit. I didn't do that. Really?
Not after she even with Deandra pressuring the shit out of her on the stand,
Yeah.
she still wouldn't go down and say, "No, I accept that
Yeah.
I lied. I wasn't being truthful." No, she still won't do it. So there's no way, she's gonna do it now. So.
Maybe would say, "I can't continue because the JFC crew keeps making. If they keep acting that way, like she did at the trial, I see.
Dude, there was no JFC people. I was in there, and I know multiple people were obviously in there.
Yeah.
Spectating, and I was filming with my friend Scott, and the court staff were cackling at her when she said that. There was no JFC online people saying that. It was other people who kind of knew her background a little bit, and literally the court staff were chuckling at her.
Yeah.
It was bad, but that's
Yeah.
what happened. It was not like a cult of online people who were sitting there laughing at her. That's not what happened at all.
No,
We
But
were
yeah,
silent.
the room capacity was like whatever it is, 35,
There were not
30
many
people,
people in
whatever.
there, whatever.
Yeah, 30 people.
I mean, yeah.
There were only, out of people that you could consider like people that were watching, Dave videos or something. I think it was what, like 4?
very small group.
And they
Maybe.
were on the other side of the courtroom from where Woodnick turned around. So
Right.
it's ridiculous.
And so, like,
It's
I was
ridiculous.
sitting right in front of
Mike and Danielle.
Mike and Danielle and Greg and Ashley, I think. Ashley was there, right?
Mhm.
Who you,
So I don't think I actually met Ashley. I saw Ashley, but I didn't actually get to talk to her. But yeah.
were you in fear for your life, Lauren?
Totally. I was sure that Rob was going to come in the
So
room and attack me at any minute. So I was very afraid for my life.
I wholeheartedly would expect you to call 911 in a courthouse with multiple police.
Should I call 3 different police departments?
That might
Or
be
Yeah.
right.
just the one?
Make sure they
That'd be fine.
actually show up. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. I'll keep that in mind.
What the fuck? Isn't that fucking crazy? God damn.
Absolutely.
It's-
It's nuts.
It's just inconceivable to me. And the more that, for years and learning all this stuff over time and the stuff that I'm picking up still that I don't know, right? I'm learning more. I'm like,
Mhm.
how does this woman live in my state? And that lawyer has a lawyer in my state, and now I'm paying for part of her defense. Well, all of it, I guess. because- No,
There's crazy people everywhere, but Arizona and Florida seem to get a lot of it. So,
Because it's
Yeah,
warm.
Florida, Arizona, I hear a lot of that shit on law and crime, and a lot of YouTube stuff that I watch. It's like either Florida or Arizona or Cali. You know what I mean? Rarely, Michigan too. I see a lot of stuff with Canton with Karen Reed, but most of the other states are pretty quiet. You know what I mean? They're just wholesome, right, Bruce?
I don't know if they're
Yeah,
wholesome so much. There's some weirdo shit going on everywhere. Bro,
Yeah.
probably.
Bruce,
Here's
for
my
more-
question. Here's my question about this document. This document says it's a declaration.
Yeah.
In support of
The motion should
motion
have
to intervene, motion to strike, motion for sanctions, motion for disciplinary referral to state bar. Does that mean there's going to be a separate document, or does that mean there's going to be
So he's just making
4 more documents, or what?
They're supposed to be filed separately, I think, and it's like he filed them all in one.
Didn't he do? So he did the
Okay.
filing, right? And then he filed some sort of notice that he like left something out.
Notice of errata. It was the first page of the
Okay,
document
just the first
that
page,
wasn't
okay.
included. Yeah.
Okay, so we
This
don't have
courthouse is so
that.
far behind. No, it's ridiculous.
I wanted to address a couple things in the comments.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No,
Yeah, go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
I'm talking about you.
Oh, so I wanted to. Jane Jones mentions the JFC Instagram said that it talks about the plea deal, which we covered, but the court date being moved. It's not being moved yet. Oh God, why did you do that?
To get you to get that reaction.
It's not my real face, but it felt like it was.
Well, he added the hearing on November 18th. That's what he asked for today. He's scheduled it.
Yeah,
they
so it's still
conference.
it's not it is not confirmed anywhere that it is being moved yet, that
Right.
it is being continued yet. So we're just kind of on hold with that until it's like ruled on. And
Was
then
there a request to
also,
move it, Schnitzel? Was there a request to move the trial?
I think that document today said that what did it say? Like basically there wasn't enough time to do everything they needed to
Okay,
within the
So
current.
we're talking
time
about Mike.
constraints. Sorry, no, this is
Mike
Laura's
Mears-
criminal case. This is Laura's
Okay, her
criminal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that document that came out today. And then in Mike's case, Laura is pro se currently. Nothing has been, I know the docket is slow, but I can tell you nothing has been filed yet. Otherwise, and it would be what I'm hearing, very unlikely that if she got someone, say, even like a week before and tried to get it continued, that it's very unlikely that would be granted. So it's looking good for the trial happening on the 21st and 22nd
Of what month?
October.
Okay.
Next month, less than a month away.
Mhm.
Cool.
That's all I
I'm
had.
5 days away from Gingras's hearing, unless he last minute changes the fucker again. Which pisses me off. I don't care. I still am going, but and I found out in Arizona you can keep postponing.
He's paying for 2 lawyers right now. He's paying for a lawyer to deal with the bar stuff, and he's paying for a lawyer for the DUI stuff.
Who's paying him to be a lawyer? What the fuck?
Right?
Yeah, right. I don't think he has new clients.
It's lawyers all the way down.
Yeah, there you go. It sucks when you're the lawyer and your own paralegal too. You know, who do you yell at when you make?
His wife was his paralegal, wasn't she at one point? But she left.
It was.
Not going to yell at her.
Bye.
Oh, no. See ya. That's another one that I feel a divorce is imminent.
Did
Right?
you fire her? What's going on?
I don't know. I got some messages from. I'm not going to out people, but quite a while ago, just like his wife is like gone. Like she's like never in town, and when she is, they don't want anything to do with each other. She doesn't invite him to things. Like it's not, and that's
So, like,
just what I've
blind
heard.
items,
I cannot.
blind
Just to be
tips?
clear, I cannot confirm that.
Yeah.
That's just what I've heard. So
Can I confirm nor deny? I hear
This is
you.
the rumor mill.
right.
But if there's paint on the wall,
Wouldn't it be so funny if she were pro JFC?
Yeah.
who knows if she's, you know,
I think it's very
little
very
dot,
possible
right?
that that's the case.
I mean,
he knows him better than anybody else. His personality, and all that, you know?
yeah, the only people on Laura's side are her own relatives and Gingras. So we haven't found anybody else that's on her side. So
No.
Well, that
the
document-
odds are against her being on
And
Laura's
even
side.
people who used to be on her side are
When you-
now
Can
still-
you bet on court cases? What if I bet not guilty, but like $1 gazillion, just in case?
You
Because she
gotta
always
start
gets
it
away
up.
with shit.
I'm sure there's guys in Vegas that'll give you odds on it, on anything, if you give them enough money.
You know, I'm wondering if it's already
I don't
there.
have enough money.
Can you imagine if it's on the big board?
Well, the big board, not the big board, but
Stayed away, I would doubtly know about it, you know?
Sorry, guys. Apparently, this is not sponsored by DraftKings.
oh no.
well then I'm done.
Yeah, me too. Dude. All right.
It's
I gotta
like
call it a
lawyer-
night, I think.
We got to draft lawyers for our fantasy football team.
Guys, I'm ready to go to bed. It's over for me. I'm tired.
Well, I appreciate you including me. It was really cool of you and great with Bruce and Schnitzel. It's always a
Yeah,
good time.
sure. We'll do this again. I mean, we still have to go over the other thing. I'll probably do it on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. But
Sweet.
And then the 30th, if we can talk about DG too. So
oh yeah, sure.
If there's anything that comes out of it, yeah.
yeah,
That's what she said.
if they actually have a hearing, yeah.
Thanks again to the friend who sent this lovely T-shirt to my PO box.
Wow.
I was gonna ask, I missed.
Yeah,
You have
love
to.
the design. It's like Laura Owens, but with the star nibs, so
Yep.
it's way better. I guess Laura had like a horseshoe titty shirt
Mm-hmm.
on
The
her
sweatshirt,
website,
right.
and so they did the same thing, but they put like little stars in the middle.
There's
So
stars
Perfect.
everywhere. Yeah.
Perfection.
Yeah.
Big improvement.
Copyright on their ass too. She would. Is the shirt color
good
orange?
luck. What?
They would copyright her ass for the T-shirt matching. Is that color orange? Your T-shirt?
It's like pinkish, but in the light, it's kind of.
Yeah, because in the lighting, like orange. Because I wear my
Why do you
orange.
want one?
A nice salmon.
I wear my
Rob.
orange shirt. It reminds me what?
No, Rob, I'm not talking to you again unless you wear this shirt.
Yeah, we're gonna get one for Rob. We should
Yeah.
get one for Dave too, because it has stars and he's star witness. Dave Neal.
The key star witness. No, I was
Star
going to say I
witness
wear
Dave
an
Neal.
orange shirt because that's the prison color. Well, maybe I have to wear pink because in Arizona we have Tent City.
All right, guys, all the titties are out. I got to go to bed. So
Mine
Later.
certainly are.
Oh boy.
thanks, everybody. Yeehaw. All right, we'll see you later. Thanks.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.